Hello everyone, hello gamers, welcome to a DSP video. Yes, I did watch the main show streamed, like the main interview, I restreamed that. So I figure I should just watch the rest of it offline or whatever. If you guys really want me to do this live, then comment, man. Yeah, but I think this will be fine. It's all good. Let's go. There don't be any derailments.
How are you, buddy? How'd the chat go?
Hey,
How'd the chat do today?
Oh, he's.
Oh no! Travis
It was fucked up.
Oh god.
It was
Your
all,
mic is really loud too, Trav.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Do we have any bannings today?
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Did we?
Sorry, sound better.
Phil, have a good one, man.
Thanks, Adam.
Don't take anything. Try to see the good things and what happened today, because like.
What?
Did we?
Sorry, sound better.
Phil, have a good one, man.
Is this the ending of the Patreon stuff? It has to be.
Don't take anything. Try to see the.
I
the
assume
good
it's
things and
it's
what
the
happened today, 'cause, like even with Keem, like it really does feel like he was trying to help you, and like I know that.
Because why is Adam saying goodbye?
Greg
Unless Adam's
also
leaving. Maybe
really
Adam's
wants to help you,
leaving.
and I'm brutally honest, but I was also trying to help. you,
It
so I
says a
hope you-
lot. So yeah, they added blabs. And it says a lot that all I remember her from this is I didn't see this part of the stream or this recording till now, obviously. But I have seen the clip where DSP puts on the infamous hat. And that's the only thing I remember blabs from in regards to this. It's like, oh, she's gonna be like shocked, right?
Right.
Trav, great job in chat, and Blabs, great job on the media. You guys, freaking great show today. Seriously.
Have a good night.
Good job, guys.
All right.
Hi, Phil.
Oh,
Trav, I don't
Later. I'll
envy
see you
you.
tomorrow,
I don't
guys.
envy you, Trav. I go through it every day on my own.
Okay, Adam was leaving, but that is.
Trav, great job in chat, and Blabs, great job on the media. You guys, freaking great show today. Seriously.
Have a good
Good
night.
job, guys.
All right.
Hi, Phil.
Trav, I don't
Later. I'll
envy
see you
you. I
tomorrow,
don't
guys.
envy.
I was like, bye, you guys did great. And all of a sudden you just hear DSP like running in to say, I love you, Trav, I love you, man. That's weird. That's silly.
Trav, I go through it every day on my own streams. I know exactly what you're going through right now. It's like hell on earth. Lots of respect for holding it.
How many bans did happen? Because I was kind of like dozing in and out of the chat Hate Army Watch was capturing, and it didn't look like it was going crazy. Like at all.
Down, man. I know. And Blab, it's good to meet you. Good to meet both
Hi,
of you
nice
guys.
to meet you.
Good at you.
Nice to meet you. There's a lot of work today.
I get why he
You guys
looked that
did
way,
great.
you know,
If you guys
but
are just popping in over
Come
at
in.
Patreon, thank you guys very much. Really appreciate your support. And,
it's still funny to me that just thinking back that he did this interview, he's chilling, having a good time. He had the highest opinion of Craig and Adam at this point, and then as time went on, it just fuck them, man. They set me up.
I said so. Phil, like let's kind of do a little decompression here. Like,
Sure.
were you when
I am
Keem
not
hopping on,
crazy.
how did you feel about that? I mean, obviously there was angst there.
Wait, what?
Decompression here. Like,
Sure.
were you when with Keem hopping on?
Oh.
How did you feel about that?
This is kind of low key. It's kind of a stupid question. Kinda. I mean, because like of course I guess it's more interesting to see like where he landed from, like, you know, as it went on. That's like what he's looking for, obviously. But it's just like the dude said at the very beginning of the interview, I don't want him on. I don't want to talk to him. And then you get him on anyway, which is really funny to me. But you know, it's like that kind of shit.
I mean, obviously
But-
there's angst there.
I think I know why he's asking,
Yeah, and
As long
obviously.
as he
appreciate
was
you.
going to be respectful, I didn't care. And that's the thing is, a lot of the times he is the guy
So was he respectful?
vocal, trying to cause drama constantly.
No, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a second. Hold up. He's talking shit on Keemstar right now, right? Saying, he's this and that, blah blah blah. But did Keem agree to this? Because DSP's biggest issue with Craig and Adam, when they talked about DSP in their like next morning stream or whatever the fuck, he was upset. He's like, they talked shit about me when I wasn't there. What the fuck? Keem's not there, and DSP is going off to the races with this. Come on. Come on.
Because he feels that's content. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of content. So when he doesn't understand that by doing the way that he tried to contact me, it immediately turns me off. Like, you have to read the room. Phil's already someone who's harassed by so many people on the internet.
Read
Why
the
would you
room.
then
Read.
you know what I mean? Like,
read
when
the
he tried to
room.
Contact me. It immediately turns me off. Like, you have to read instantly because he feels that's content. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of content. So when he doesn't understand that by doing the way that he tried to contact me, it immediately turns me off. Like,
But how would Keem know that if DSP didn't say anything? He kept leading him on. Oh, talk to me. Oh, you want to talk to me? Talk to me then. Oh, you want to talk to me? Email me. Email me. Like, that's not really saying no or giving him the hint of no. Like, come on. Come on.
like, you have to read the room.
Read
Phil's
the
already someone
room.
who's harassed.
Read the room by me telling you to email me, man. And to contact me certain times, contact me. Like, just, sure, you could say he's just trying to get him to email him and all this stuff. Like, that's him communicating to Keem. But if the person wants to call and you keep saying email, like, but they don't want, like, it's like, it becomes a standstill. That's what it is. And so it'd be way better to just say no. Which I don't know why DSP just didn't want to say that publicly. Like, it's an easy way to say no, but he wants it behind the scenes.
By so many people on the internet, why would you then try to, you know what I mean? Like, if he just went a normal way, like you had contacted me very nicely through an email, let's have a couple conversations back and forth, maybe the door would have been open. Maybe I would have considered it. But when the first interaction I have with that guy is something like that, where he's going to yell on his Twitter like I'm a jerk. He threatened me on Twitter, which I didn't bring up. He threatened me and said, if he doesn't contact me right now, this $50,000 is off the table. I'm like,
He threatened me. He threatened me. I'm like, okay, so is he gonna say something like fucking vicious, violent? Is he gonna say like, you know, I'm gonna come over? Like, what did Keem say? Oh, if you don't contact me, the deal's off. That's like basic bullshit 101, pretty much. Like, if you want to talk to someone, you want to offer the deal and all that. Like, that's pretty much it. He might not have liked the way that it delivered because it's kind of like a because of the tone or whatever, which is like fine. You don't have to, you know, go with it. But he didn't say no. He kept teasing Keem. Like, he just wanted to string him along. And then he gets upset when the person he's stringing along starts to get a little annoyed. Oh, whoops.
with that guy,
Oh, well.
something like that, where he's going to yell on his Twitter like I'm a jerk. He threatened me on Twitter, which I didn't bring up. He threatened me and said, if he doesn't contact me right now, this $50,000 is off the table. I'm like, how is that a professional way to approach someone? You know?
Right.
So, but I'm okay
Right.
with him coming out. Listen,
I'm okay.
I told you I would answer anything. I'm down for it all, man.
Man, I just love that in order for us to get to this, like, he asked how did he feel about him coming on. And he talked about his story, then said that he felt okay. Theo, what do you think of Skullgirls? Well, you see, I started playing Skullgirls back in this time, and it was really good. And like, you know, it made me really like the game. Like, it just took me to say a very long time to say I like the game. You know, but I could just say I like the game. Man,
I'm a transparent dude. I'm going to be as honest as I can. I'm not afraid of nothing. People want to, you know, I've been through so much shit. Go ahead. Bring
he's
anyone
been
on.
through shit.
Yeah, and I can see how.
Wait.
I'm gonna be as honest as I can. I'm not afraid of nothing. People want.
He's not afraid of nothing. He's you know, fucking brave as fuck. Unlike the dumb fuck detractors. This happens suddenly, immediately. I don't want to talk to anyone. Fuck them. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the possibility that it's gonna endanger my community. But he's brave. He's brave, man.
You know, I've been through so much shit. Go ahead. Bring anyone on the show.
Yeah, and I could see how somebody coming at you like that might be a bit abrasive. You know what I mean? If you didn't know the context of what they were saying.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was going to ask me.
Man, you know what's funny? I don't know if you like what his deal with Trav is, but during his little like cope wine stream that he did, he said like, well, I don't like to say it, but Trav is like a good point or whatever. Like he sounded like ashamed, and I'm just like, why? I didn't know this guy, so it's like I don't know, like why, like whatever. I just thought obviously DSP sided with him because he was kind of like the softballer guy. Like he would have gone with the Pignosis. He like an easy target for the Pignosis possibly. DSP could tell he could tell that, man. But I was like, okay, whatever. But the way he said it was what I was hung up on. Like, being ashamed, and now I'm hearing him talk, and it's like, DSP probably thinks this dude is an idiot, because he probably thinks he smokes weed all the time. Which is probably why he thinks he's a prime Pignosis target. He knows when he sees a person in chat that's like, this guy, I could get him to string along tips for me. Well, Aka, Snow Carl, you know what I mean? Obviously.
This was about. Maybe it was. Actually, I thought it was boxing. I thought originally I heard he was starting up his boxing ring or whatever, and I had no interest in doing any kind of boxing or anything, So, he has to all he has to do is have a civil conversation. It seemed too hard for him to do that. I don't get that. I really don't.
Based on the conversation that we had today, do you? I mean, really, like, are you open to the idea of working with Keemstar? Because it seems legitimately like a life-changing opportunity.
I don't know. Hey, let me.
This is fucking insane. Like how much, like, okay, I was wondering how to approach this, and I figured the point. DSP had a staunch opinion of saying, I don't want to work with Keem. He's against my morals, which is like, okay. Even they said, okay. As it went on, and the more they kept probing him on that basic question, his opinion kind of started to falter a little bit. And it's like, this dude has no backbone. Like, is his, like, metaphorical back also herniated? Man, this dude, he can't, like, stand on his 2 feet for anything. The only thing he can stand up for is poop, food, and money.
Let me put it this way. It's never a definite no. That's stupid. I feel like in life, especially,
It's not a definite no. DSP keeps grandstanding and moral standing, virtue signaling, blah, 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 over Keem. And say, no, he's told, stop watching Keemstar. Stop watching Keemstar. Okay, I might work with him in the future. I don't want to say definite no, but like maybe, but not really, but maybe. My God, man.
With the experience I've had over the last 15 years being a YouTuber, you see things change. Sometimes your eyes get open to certain situations. I've heard so much bad stuff about this guy. My fans tell me don't do it. My hardcore fans. I'm not talking about the detractors. I mean the people.
I'm talking about my fans, not the detractors. No shit. Wait, you're telling me you're talking about your fans? What do you mean by fans, Phil?
Who actually support me on stream every day. They're like, dude, don't do it. You understand? You're just opening Pandora's box.
And then when you listen to this and you think about it, you can stand forward or whatever, but there's 2 ways. Well, 3 ways, I guess, but whatever. I'll just go the 2 ways I want to talk about. If you look at what's happening, you can look at it one way, that his fans are not really giving him advice that will help him, because Keem offered to give him $50,000, etc., give him all his money deals. And instead of just taking the money and running with it, his fans are telling him to not take the money at all, to turn down an opportunity. And it's like, do they have your chat is telling you how to run your own fucking business, dude? You need money. Well, Billy Purple Dick said I shouldn't do it, so I should listen to him. Like, I get you want to listen to your fans about, like, feedback and criticism, but it can only go so far, because at the end of the day, it's your channel, it's your life. But whatever, that's one way you can look at it, is that his fans are kind of, like, isolating him from potential opportunities. The other thing is, yet again, it goes back to the whole issue with his metaphorical back. He says no, and all this stuff, this is maybe, but then says, well, my fans say no, so what do you stand for? Like, this is the other issue that a lot of people could probably come to when you talk more about DSP, and the interview kind of illustrates this, that this dude has nothing to stand for. That makes him innately suspicious or like in bad faith. Like, you're not gonna listen to a dude that's gonna tell you the sky is green and then gets pressured into saying the sky is pink in the same like discussion. It's like, what? You just said this and now I just said something else and you went with that immediately? No, like fight? Okay.
You get involved with this guy, it's like doing a deal with the devil. You don't know what the repercussions could be for you, your family, or your business just because you're dealing with Keem. And I'm like, yeah, you're just opening Pandora's box.
I think Blab turned something on.
This guy, it's like doing a deal with the devil. You don't know what the repercussions could be for you, your family, or your business
It's getting
just
hot
because you're dealing with Keem.
in there.
And I'm like, yeah, I hear it. I mean, yeah, payday like that? Damn, that would help so much.
Damn! Now it's gonna help so much. He told Keem when he was there, you don't even know if the money's gonna fix anything, which is, the more I think about it, the sillier the statement. Because it's $50,000. You're telling me that's not enough to fix what's going on with you? Like, goddamn, dude.
It would get me back on my feet at least most of the way. But do you really, it's like short-term gain, but the insane risk of long-term ruining things.
But his whole business is based on short-term gains, though. Every single thing he's done is based around that.
I don't want to just be known on the internet as the lol cow. I have my fan base. Will I lose my fan base if I embrace that lol cow culture like he wants me to?
Right. But at the same time, don't you think there's an opportunity to further expand?
Because it's very clear at this point, in my opinion. I kind of think everyone thinks that he should have done the opportunity. Like, just from, like, the constant, persistent questions about it, which is, like, you know, that's natural. People would probably, like, if I turned down, like, $1 million deal, I'm sure people are not going to stop talking to me about that. Like, Theo, you turned down $1 million deal? What the fuck? $1 million. Hello? But, you know, come on.
And that's
if it's a real deal. I want to make sure, you know, no scams, please.
fan base. I think there's a tremendous opportunity for you to reach a new audience that, you know, you're talking about working with Boogie and Wings of Redemption and bringing all your audiences into one and potentially, you know, growing your audiences together. I mean, one of the best ways to, oh, there's Travis. One of the best ways to grow online is through collaboration.
I have no problem collaborating with Boogie or Wings at all. Zero.
Yeah,
I told
mentioned
Boogie
that.
this straight up.
And it's kind of funny, right? How when Craig was like having technical difficulties, DSP kept saying the whole time, "Are you okay, Craig? Craig, what's going on?" And barely kind of being there for Adam to talk to him. Travis gets disconnected. Doesn't matter. Doesn't care.
Do it. I have no problem. I said to Boogie, why can't we just do our own show? Why does Keem have to be involved? I mean, I understand he's a producer. He'd promote it. He'd probably up the production value a little bit. But what's the point of it? I'm sure if the three of us put our heads together, we could do our own show without him. We could. I don't know why it hasn't happened because I would love to do it. But my problem is with Keem.
Like, I love that he gives that potential idea of like doing it on their own and without Keem and all that. Okay, fine. But he said it as a hypothetical, so like no one takes hypotheticals like that seriously. So what DSP could have also done was, hey, you know what? Let's do it ourselves. We don't need Keem, which is a big ask because he's pretty much asking Boogie and Wing to leave the $50K on the table. So obviously they're gonna say no. Obviously. So why can't DSP just find another like person to do a podcast with? Why does it have to be Boogie and Wings? You know, since he should do with LTG. But he probably won't because LTG, I will say, you know, LTG's a lolco in his own way and all this stuff. But the one thing I you know, out of the few that I give him credit to is that he stands his ground on not doing shit with DSP. He's like, I'm not doing shit with it, man. I'm not giving any fucking cred. Fuck that. And you know what? I like his approach. Because as I said before, no one should be like doing anything with this guy. He's such a piece of shit. And LTG gets it. He's like, I don't want to deal with him. And he's based for that.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's tough, right? Because once again, you are on a day-to-day basis, you are consistently, you know, you have your goals to hit, you know, a few $100s. You want to hit those goals with your audience. And, but you have an opportunity that's literally life-changing money, you know, but before you even start 50 grand, like I guess the big question is, how much do you really despise Keem to look past that type of money?
Yeah, it really feels like it's a deal with the devil, right? Like, do I accept that I'm going to go into a business transaction that someone who I find reprehensible is going to benefit from me being a part of their content? And I don't know. You know, it was a very tough decision. It wasn't an easy thing. I had the whole conversation with my wife about it and everything, how it would help us so much. And at the end of the day, it was like, all right.
But
I said to my wife,
I will say this is probably low key why he wanted to shoehorn his way into Craig. Craig. I don't know why I blinked on that. Craig and Adam's podcast, the Side Scrollers. That's why he tried to shoehorn himself in, I bet. And it's kind of funny, right? It's actually wait, hilarious even. DSP said how Keem interjects himself all the time. He just wedges himself in and all this stuff. But this dude, if you read the email DSP sent to Craig, literally has him talking about him coming back as a regular guest. That's not interjecting yourself into someone else's show? No, man. They were just discussing behind the scenes, man. It wasn't anything set in stone. Okay.
At least if he calls me, I'll have the conversation with him. I'm not going to say I'm going to do anything. Let's just have the conversation. And he couldn't even call me when I told him to. Like, here's my time. I know he said, she said. It's so stupid. But if you can't even go that first step to make the call when I say let's do it now, I mean, how can you take the guy seriously? I feel like that would be a premise for how our whole business relationship would be moving forward. He'd be fully in control. My whole life has to be dictated by this lolcow podcast. I mean, how can you take the guy seriously? I feel like that would be a premise for how our whole business relationship would be moving forward. He'd be fully in control. My whole life has to be dictated by this lolcow podcast because whenever he wants it, I got to drop everything to answer to Master Keemstar, who now owns me. I
like how it says all this, but we don't even know the terms of the contract or how the show is gonna work. Like, this is all presumptuous stuff, and like I don't know. I don't know. Like, being on a podcast is kind of different than being like a an actor, you know, or something. Like, it's not like he's signing Keem his like agency rights, you know. It's just to be on a show, and they'd probably agree to a time and all that. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, you know, do this or that. But again, we don't know the terms or how it's gonna run anyway. So this is also kind of speculative.
like that. Okay, I'm my own guy. I run my own business. I want it to be part of my business, not my whole thing. Seems like that's what it would have been if I involved myself with him.
Well, with any sort of podcast, you know, I just think of, like, you know, he's talking about the, you know, potential upside of it. You know, there's certainly responsibilities with any business relationship. And I think if those are, you know, I understand your trepidation of wanting to hold off on, you know, wanting to make sure things are in writing. I totally understand that.
Yes.
Right. But in any business conversation, it starts with a phone call, and not everything needs to be in writing, you know. And I hope that, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but I hope that's something that you learn from here, because that's how the internet moves now. The internet has changed, and it is all boom, 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 DMs
Sure.
and text and all that. And I understand your perspective of him calling during your stream. I understand that, but it just seems like there's too much tremendous upside to ignore that call.
Again, if it was anyone else but Keem, maybe I would have actually cared a little more. It was someone I already have a negative.
See what I mean? This is such childish behavior. I already knew how to work with it, so like all this stuff, and then say no. Oh my god, this fucking dude, man. He's 40 million years old, and he doesn't figure this out.
I don't really want to work with this guy. You know, it's
Like, this is like acting like he's kind of acting as if, like, when you're watching a show and you know that like the main character is getting offered a contract, and you as the viewer know this contract is like fucking stupid and sus and a terrible decision. So you're like, no, I wouldn't do that if I were her. That's like kind of the logic DSP's like thinking of. Like, you don't want to be, oh, I shouldn't do this because like it's a bad contract, like in the cartoons, man. But whatever.
like, of all the people on the internet to offer me this, it has to be him. Really? It had to be him? Really? Anyone else? No, it has to be him. The guy
And he won't say no. This is like channeling his inner Chris Chan, dude.
who I actually have issues with.
But your assumption.
Of all the people on the internet to offer me this, it has to be him. Really? It had to be him? Really? Anyone else? No, it has to be him. The guy who I actually have issues with.
The guy I actually have issues with. His issues are so loose, though. Like, whatever.
But your assumptions of your issues, though, are based off of things that you've seen about him, right? In
Right?
documentaries, as opposed to, once again, it goes back to
Correct.
people make assumptions about Phil as well, and
I understand. I
whether
totally
they're true or
understand
not.
that. I
He
totally
gets it.
understand that, and everyone has a right to have a subjective judgment that they can make about people on the internet based on how they behave, how they see. What I found is that people who subjectively come and watch my content tell me, "Wow, that is so different than how you portray it on the internet," right? Behave how they see. What I found is that people who subjectively come and watch my content tell me, "Wow, that is so different than how you're portrayed on the internet," right? Keem, pretty much how he's portrayed in a lot of this stuff is what his stuff is, And that's what some people just don't have issues
But
with.
he doesn't watch his content. Ah,
Fine. If you like drama content, love it. Go for
now it's fine. Stop watching Keemstar.
I'm not here to tell you not to like someone. Or
Stop
content. I'm gonna tell
watching
you if I don't-
Keemstar.
I don't like that drama stuff. I think that's misery broker stuff. It's
He'll
bad.
never change.
You're hurting or wallowing in the misery of others and promoting
This-
it further
this
just to make a
chicanery?
buck on their back, right? I hate that stuff. So I know that's what he does. I've seen it. I've seen his shows. I know that's what it is. I don't like that. So there's a difference between here's a bunch of negative stuff about Phil, but if you actually watch his content, it's different than what people say. You go to Drama Alert, you know what you're getting. You've seen it already a million times.
Right. And I understand that. but
Correct.
Do you think that his drama
Correct.
alert was the baseline that allows him to do these other things? Like everybody receives their funding in different ways, right? He made money with drama alert. Then he used that money to generate more money through other lines of business, right?
Right, correct.
And
Correct.
I think that's kind of the bigger thing.
Correct, Mr. Craig.
I don't think, and it didn't sound like the podcast would be built around the idea of really built around the idea of talking about drama. He's just more or less wanted to get you three together, and then from a business perspective, he could help monetize it, which ultimately would put more money in your pocket. I mean,
Just the name of the show, the Lol Cow Cast or whatever he wanted to call it, the name is insulting. The name itself is insulting. It's meant to be, but he wants us to roll with that, right? Take that insult against you, own it, roll with it, profit. I'm not that kind of person. I want to make meaningful content.
I think he
that's
said
not-
this
have to
point
roll with
before.
all the drama people pushed at me. I don't want to be Mr. Drama. I never wanted to be Mr. Drama.
But this is owning the meme. His whole pre-stream's owning the meme. Level 1, ACA Mission 1, was meant to insult DSP. According to DSP, it's an insult, dude. And he named his podcast after it. So maybe, but he can't use that same logic as a Lol Cow podcast. It's obviously he just hates the name, which is like fine, I guess. Lol Cow podcast is kind of a basic podcast name. You know what I mean?
People created that drama around me when I was literally right here on my stream just doing my own thing every day. All that stuff's outside of my streams. You won't even see that stuff on my streams.
Blabs, what did you think of all this? You did a great job today. Excellent job.
Oh God, here we go. An
I was
outsider.
like going back and forth.
Blabs was doing social media today, and she killed it.
I like how dude just said, "Oh, I got an outsider."
A scrambled brain, I would bet. After that, huh? Like, holy crap.
That was wild, I'll say. And like, props to you guys for
but
going
you
for 5
wasn't,
hours
was
straight.
That's like how she
I
felt.
didn't even expect to go that long. I thought we were gonna go for like 2 hours. This is cool. Let's do it again.
I suspected, and that's why I knew with all the stuff that's said about me, one episode would not be enough.
It's so crazy,
again,
man.
Craig, Adam, so professional,
So
and
professional.
I appreciate that.
So professional. I agree. DSP, I agree. They are very professional.
And that's why I want to come back, because I really trust you guys. I do.
Yeah,
Well, I appreciate.
I really trust you guys. But Craig, we have to really think about if I want to send the images. But I trust you though. But I have to think about it. I'm mulling it over. But I trust you, but I'm thinking about it. But I do want to come back to this podcast.
Appreciate that, man. And like I said, I think specifically with interviews, I mean, I think it's something that you have to do your research. You have to try to handle it from all sides. And I appreciate you saying the nice things, man. It's you know, this was a
And you know what this
lose-lose
all is though. Him like, and even doing in his little decompression stream when he was like, they were so nice, they were so fair, and all this stuff. It's what he does to everyone. He like, especially whales that like are slowly trying to like turn that might slowly start to criticize him. DSP starts being very, very kind to them, like immediately. Like, he says all this nice thing, like, yeah, man, you're so cool. Yeah, man, you're like really cool, man. Yeah. And then they do something bullshitty, and they're like, see, I knew he was an asshole. Fuck him. Man. I was being nice. Well, you know, like when someone's like breaking the rules in this chat, he's like, oh, I see that you're breaking the rule. Okay. I'm not gonna ban you, but I hope you know what you're doing is like harmful. Are you gonna like behave? And then like he waits, and then the person doesn't behave, and then he's like, see, I do it. I knew he was a bad apple. I was so kind to him. And that's what he's doing with them, saying all this kind stuff, and then when he knew they were gonna probably say shit about him, he's come on. I guarantee at some level DSP knew that was gonna happen. He then goes ultra victim mode. This dude like it really does play with the idea that maybe he's kind of like seeing these opportunities and hammering in the drama, but it's like rough, you know. It's not an easy thing to prove, but it does feel kind of funny how he went into a lot of detail about the side scroller shit after it happened, and he kept talking about it versus anything that was positive that happened.
Situation for potentially
Everybody.
for everybody, right? But I do feel like I do think that the person who could potentially stand to gain the most is ultimately you. And I really do believe that, just from, you know, being honest and such. So
by the way, I'm gonna say this.
That,
okay. One, that fucking fig in the back of Blab's setup is, I'm pretty sure it's Harry Potter. I hope it's not, because Harry Potter sucks. So that's already mark 1 against her. Fuck that fucking figure. 2, the company it's a Funko Pop, I think. Ugly fucking figures, abomination to mankind. Like, you know, if Funko Pops kind of rival my hatred for the Harry Potter franchise. So them both being like mixed together, it just proves Funko Pops is garbage and needs to go away and be burned. You know, fuck Funko Pops. Terrible company. Terrible figures. Ugly ass shit. You know, Nendroid, the superior figure if you want like cool, cute, chibi shit. So go for Nendroids. You know, the superior figure, man. And no, I'm not bought out by Nendroids, okay? I just have like 3 of them.
That's really important. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know.
Someone's gonna be either annoyed or confused by that.
Like I
derailment.
was talking about not eating. I haven't had any food all day either. But I've been powered through Gatorade and lemonade. Have you? I don't know. Like let's
Can
definitely
I do something? Can I do something really silly that I
Oh,
want to do
God.
on the whole show?
Of course.
Uh-oh.
Do this for the patrons, the guys who support your show, which is
Please.
the day that Darkside Phil appeared on your show, Side Scrollers, was probably one of the most momentous things that you'll always remember. But for me, it was Thursday.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, don't tell me I don't have... Oh, wait.
What a sick joke!
There we go. Oh my god, that face! Holy shit! I gotta keep it. I gotta keep this face. Oh man, he's so happy. He's so, and also remember, he told us he couldn't put hats on his little headphones. He said that was impossible.
that's a bison cap.
Yes, it is. The most momentous things that you'll always remember. But for me, it was Thursday.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a bison cap.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
I, as a lot of people are like, look at her reaction, but I'll be honest, it almost kind of looks like she wasn't even paying attention.
That's
Like,
exactly what it is. You've seen this in pictures, right? And people say it's a Nazi cap. No,
Okay.
it's an M.
But Craig's response is pretty good though too. Like he just like because he brings it up for no fucking reason. Why bring it up, right? And then Craig's like, okay, like it's kind of cringe, dude.
Bison replica hat that I wear when I played Street Fighter and other stuff. So what do they say? He's a Nazi, right? It's like, come on, man.
Once again, Phil, come on, dude. It looks way like, come on, dude. You got like,
You know,
But it's kind of stupid though. Like if I was Craig there in the call and he's talking about the bison hat, I would have said, yeah, you really should have gone with the game hat version where it's like red, bright red, not this that it could be easily seen as something else.
I had to do it. I had to bring it on.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to bring it on. I had to do it, man.
fine, but I've seen pictures of you in that, and it's
Yes.
like, you know, it's one of those things. But so seeing it now, geez, it's tough, man. Like, dude, drop the hat. I'm telling you right now, drop the hat.
And he kind of did. If you actually like listen to his polls when he makes them, how many times did he put the bison hat in the polls? I kind of feel he doesn't do it at all anymore. I think he did actually get memed out of it. I feel I could be wrong, but I think he hasn't worn it in like ever.
Drop it. Just get rid of the hat. You don't need
I
to have.
don't wear it often anyway. I really don't. It's very rare when I bring it on because you can tell the trolls want it. That's what they want. They want
The
that
trolls want it. The
Travis,
fucking
Travis is in
trolls.
real quick. Blabs, did you have anything else? Did you wanted to? We got an extra 15 minutes, which is great. But I mean,
man, that's smoke
Blabs,
phase.
Blabs, Travis, what did you guys have?
I'm still processing, to be honest. Come
It might
back
take
to
a few weeks. By the time the next show happens, it'll finally process.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a.
Oh my god, dude!
She,
That you know the fucking.
I'm still processing, to be honest. Come
It might
back
take
to
a few
me.
weeks. By the time the next show happens, it'll finally process.
That's right.
Yeah,
That reaction is when you just sit through a unfunny like you're with your date, your partner, and they just think they're the funniest person on the planet, and then they say something so unfunny, and you're just like, That's the level of humor DSP has. Pretty cool, huh?
it was a busy day. Let's say that.
Yeah.
I hope you guys did well. I really hope that there was support.
Dude,
for
you
the
can
show.
even
You
tell
guys put out a good
the
product.
body language
And I hope that
of
at the very least, with all the
Blabs
drama
kind
you
of says
guys
it
went
all.
through for 2
Kind of
weeks,
says it all.
so at least something positive came out of it. So
Well, we appreciate it, man. It was.
And
a
Craig
really
is just,
eventful day
and you
for
can
sure.
also tell that
I-
Craig just knows he's gonna get views off this. He's gonna get like attention off it. Because the thing that's kind of wonky that which also adds against DSP is that DSP did a whole stream thing. I have to respond to it, but all it did is it just kind of propelled, like fueled the fires. Like if he just didn't do anything, it just didn't care, and looked like a normal fucking person, it probably would have just gone like its usual route, where it's like people talk about it for a while, then people move on, and they may bring up side scrolls time to time to dunk on him, but now it's like a big thing in a way.
I very much look forward.
Like people are gonna get
to,
content from this
to the
years from
next time
now.
we get together and talk. I think that it'll be just as anticipated. I will, I think that there are detractors who would love to ask you questions similar to Gundam. And there's a lot of people have questions that are very, very nitty gritty, like super, like there's this DSP and then there's these things. And then there's like these little tiny, like little things that 3 people care about. Right. And I feel it'd be interesting to kind of have some of those questions answered as well. But I'm really proud of the show. I'm proud of you, Phil. I'm proud of you for coming in
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
like I said, I think if nobody can say you ducked a challenge. And I think that we asked hard questions today. You answered them as best as you possibly could in the way you know how to answer them. Travis, do you have anything else before we wrap?
Yeah, I'll say this from all the things that people were saying on Twitter, that you won't show up, you were getting paid, you knew the questions, it was everything.
I wasn't
that
expecting Keem.
yes.
That was a shock.
Yeah, well, us too.
You
You
know,
know,
of all that,
part of me wonders, right? If DSB wanted to invite Keem on, like allowed him to come on because he wanted to disprove the trolls. Like it was like a last minute, I gotta spite the trolls move. Because this dude, it's DSP. It's why he told us about Cat's restraining order. He had to spite the trolls, like to be like, oh, see, you guys thought you knew everything. Well, guess what? You didn't know this idiot. Bleh. So I wonder if him wanting to have Keem on was like, he said no at first, like a normal person would, like that wouldn't want the person that you don't like on with them, you know. And then like as it went on, DSP just slowly started kicking him. So like, ah, oh, damn it, I'm doing what the troll said I would do. And then they gave a second chance. He was like, fucking finally, I could say yes, bring him on to own the trolls.
none of that's true. This was on the fly. Clearly, you saw me mess up on the fly. Keem showed up
And we were
on the
live.
fly, and we are live. Yes.
Yep.
Twitter was telling me we weren't live, and it was all previously recorded. And I was like,
Yeah, well, you got to see me fuck up live. So
Yeah.
Travis
but
does kinda remind me of Kevin
wild,
Smith,
it was fun,
though.
and
I went to this
you
this
know, I
Clerks
greatly
3
appreciate it.
showing,
So
and
thank you
Kevin
so
Smith
much for
was
your
there,
time,
and
you know,
Trav
I think
kinda
we
reminds
did
me of
some
that-
good today.
of that
You
night.
talk about doing good. I do
Hope
think we
so.
did good today, and I think you did good today.
Just saying.
So I'm gonna wrap it there for our post stream over on Patreon, guys. I hopefully you
No,
guys come
I'm
back and we'll see
hungry.
you guys
Oh
tomorrow.
no.
Genuinely appreciate your support and coming over and supporting us. The stream, genuinely appreciate it. Thank you guys very much, and we will see you guys later on. I'm gonna kill the stream now. Bye bye.
He said that was an hour, and I don't think it was an hour. Just saying. Ooh, the decompression style stream. Yes. I need that. Yes. The Elfos are sleeping, bro. They can't take it anymore. This is bullshit. No. He's still not here.
Guys
Okay,
are here, huh? Everything working? With
We're
the
just
stream,
gonna
by the
like
way?
skip ahead a little bit. Oh, whoops.
Everything good?
Well, this would be an
Oh,
improvement. Alpha is pretty cool.
Holy moly.
Great thing to remove Alpha
What's
on.
happening? Let's make sure everything is working. What a day, what a stream, right?
What a day.
Holy crap. Oh, I don't have the chat up. I'm like, wait a minute, why is the chat not moving? I don't even have it. Duh.
Wait, what
I
did
talked
Slayer
to you
say? I
guys
gotta
about-
read what Slayer
Holy
said.
crap.
I have to read it. Hi, wait, I gotta figure out a stupid voice for Slayer. Hi, I just watched the podcast, and wow, the questions were harsh, and some of their points were valid, but you were able to stand your ground and answer them. What does it mean by some of his points were valid? What? Wait, what? But you were able to stand your ground? I mean, maybe in your mind. Maybe he means
Oh,
standing
I
his
don't have the
ground
chat up.
in
I'm like, wait a
like
minute, why is the chat not
stupidity.
moving? I don't even have it. Duh. I can't
Duh.
talk to you guys if this chat's not on, can I? All right, hold on.
Where's Jade? I want to know Jade's opinion. Jade has great
That's a good
opinions, great
opinion.
takes.
Bear with me. I was just on a marathon.
Phil,
stream.
no,
right?
won't like podcast.
I
I
have no idea what happened with my internet during that stream. I have
wanna
absolutely no clue if I was DDoSed or not,
Ishin stream,
because it would have kept
please.
happening, you know, it would have kept happening.
There,
if it
that's
was
Jade's
DDoSed, so I don't know what
message.
happened there.
I made a
I'm very
message for Jade.
confused. I'm getting everything.
Maybe
open
it's
for you
too.
guys right
Maybe
now.
it's not the right
I'll
way,
talk to you.
but it is the way. What was the post show like? It was really
Yeah, I don't know what
nothing.
happened. It totally wasn't me. I didn't fake nothing.
I didn't fake nothing,
It
man.
wasn't done. I wanted to hang out with them. And the thing just went down. I'm like, what the frick?
What the freak? Okay.
Okay. Jurgen, you were already a troll. What are you talking about? I was just very nice to you, but now you can leave.
I was really nice
Alright.
to you. Now you can leave, idiot.
All right, ready?
I'll be honest, Phil.
All right, everyone.
I would have liked if you denied the second interview. Okay,
What's going
PS3
on?
troop.
I literally just got off the Side Scrollers podcast a little bit ago here. It was like maybe 20 minutes ago. I actually did a post show with them after I appeared on their show. Today is March 16, 2023. I was on their show from 9 a.m. until after 2 p.m. my time. Yes, that's how long the show lasted, and we didn't even cover everything, which I didn't think we would, honestly. I did not think it would cover much, or, there's so much to talk about when it comes to insane amount of stuff that gets thrown at me on a daily basis. So I was expecting that it was going to end up being an insane show, and now, looks like there's going to be a part 2 at some point.
Whoa, part
I'm
2?
sure it's not going to be anytime soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, what are you going to do, right?
Oh, I'm hyped. When is it? Can we do it
Are we
now?
ready to get started here?
It's been tough.
First of all, it looks like someone tipped me. Why did you
Ack,
tip me?
ack.
Is this who I think it is? No. So,
I love how fucking weird this dude is. He anticipates fucking 1 Minute Man tips. I'm telling you, I guarantee you this dude tips him on his day off
are we ready to get started here?
as well.
First of all, it looks like someone tipped me. Why did you tip me?
How I? This dude has links up to his tip page everywhere. How would you tip me? Well, DSP, you just go to one of your dumbass videos, dumbass.
Is this who I think it is?
This is who I think it is. Man.
No. It is
No.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I thought.
And you think, what does he mean? Who is he expecting it to be? And then you realize, oh wait, no, it's 1 Minute Man. Is that dude? The whole interaction with 1 Minute Man is so fucking weird.
Maybe this would have been 1 Minute Man, who always supports every day. No. This is an anonymous $20 tipper. He says, I thought you were good in the podcast. When Keemstar randomly came on, you stayed composed. You talked to him even after all.
He stayed composed. This dude, he stayed composed. I mean, I guess for the most part. But when Keem was like, "You're gonna watch," he's like, "No!" Like he kind of had the same voice of the Friday the 13th incident when he had all those people saying, "You're the guy. You're the guy." And he was like, "No, they didn't. Oh, I gotta see it. Oh, like that whole like thing when you're getting blasted and you have no like, and the only thing you can do is just say no and like cry, pretty much. Like that's and laugh. Like that's what he was doing, and that's the tone he had when Keem was there. Like that's what it sounded like. No, I would never. Oh my god, no, I wouldn't.
All he's done, you still, still being civil. Yeah. I'm not gonna be an idiot. I'm not gonna sit there.
Yeah, you're gonna be civil because you knew it was on stream too. Like, dude, come on.
Be uncivil to someone. It is what it is.
He's
not
only
gonna
uncivil
jump
to
on
his
the
own
show and
fucking
about
fans
him.
and viewers.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I don't know how that was his show, though. It really didn't make much sense that he was there, right? But it is what it is. That's how he is. He wanted to jump on the show and make it about him. Good for him. I don't know how that was his show.
I don't know how it was his show. It was never his show, though. He was there as a guest because you said, yeah, bring him on. And he brought on and you talked about your fucking beef together. The only irrelevant part of the Keem segment was like him plugging his boxing match, which is like whatever. That's whatever. But then they worked into the conversation, so it made it relevant again. So, it's all clown world there. But it's like, you brought him on, and there were questions pertaining to that anyway. Why was he there? Well, DSP, you fucking talked about Keem in the interview. Ah!
Though, it really didn't make much sense that he was there, right? But it is what it is. That's how he is. Again, what did I say? He has to be the center of attention. He has to be involved in everything, right?
How was he the center of attention, though? He was there, then he left. Whatever.
And he proved it by appearing on the show. Like, he literally proved it. I don't even have to say anything else about it. I mean, you prove yourself every day, right? Through your actions.
Like,
you proved it through his
again, Disney did fucking troll bait on fucking Keem. He says shit that he probably knew would get him to get a response. Like he was saying like he didn't call at the right time or whatever. Obviously, Keem probably has his own story of what happened. So of course Keem would respond to him saying on someone else's stream saying shit that he probably knows or can disprove. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Because Keem obviously can't respond if you say it on his own stream. Obviously. Like, if DSP said that on his own DSP gaming stream, yeah, of course, Keem can't do shit, because what's he gonna do? But when DSP was on a Side Scrolls podcast with the intent of clearing his name and shit, and he says that, of course Keem is gonna take the opportunity to respond to shit like that. If DSP didn't talk about Keem at all, and didn't bring it up, or just said like, I don't want to do the job, so there was some miscommunication between us, but I didn't want to do it. If he said that, then yeah, he could have said like, oh, see, Keem made it about himself because it was like that statement wasn't necessarily a lie. That doesn't mean that there's zero chance that Keem was gonna respond either. Like, he could have still responded, but it would have been a reasonable thing for him to say like, see, I said this or whatever. But he said something that would probably have triggered Keem to want to respond.
actions, correct?
Correct?
So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so that was a tip that came in like half an hour ago. Thank you to whoever that anonymous tipper was. So let's talk. What do you guys want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you guys want to talk about? I'm open again. We got another 90 minutes to just chill. Obviously, we're not doing gameplay now. We'll do 90 minutes.
Obviously, we're not doing gameplay.
And then after that, I'll come back tonight with a nice chill. Either just chill stream for 2 hours or Like a Dragon Ishin, whatever you guys want. It's up to you guys, okay? So we want to talk about. Disco says Keemstar's a drama queen for real. The reasons I want nothing to do with them, right? Jeffrey just keeps spamming the chat.
I was expecting him to say, you said it, not me.
Disco is getting super chats. Okay, goodbye.
Wait, what?
I want to talk about. Disco says Keemstar's a drama queen for real. The reasons I want nothing to do with them, right? Jeffrey just keeps spamming the chat about side scrollers getting super chats. Okay, goodbye.
What?
Any
What? Okay, now I want to know what Jeff said. What did Jeff say? Where's Jeff? Oh my god, where is it? Oh my god, come on. This is bullshit.
know how that was his show, though, by appearing on the show. Like, he literally proved it.
Whatever.
I don't even have to say anything else about it. I mean, you prove yourself every
Planes and Sons.
day, right? And through your actions. He proved it through his actions.
Whatever. Correct?
So there you go. Okay, so that was a tip that came in like half an hour ago. Thank you to whoever that anonymous tipper was. So let's talk. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm open again. We got another 90 minutes to just chill. Obviously, we're not doing gameplay now. We'll do 90 minutes, and I'll go on break to eat my dinner. And then after that, I'll come back tonight with a nice chill, either just chill stream for 2 hours or Like a Dragon Ishin, whatever you guys want. It's up to you guys. Okay?
Yeah, I'm trying really hard to find Jeff.
So we want to talk about. Disco says Keemstar's a drama queen for real.
Is it Mr. Oink? Can we agree that they say okay, whatever. But let's read this one.
The reasons I want nothing to do with them, right?
Can we agree they set you up, but you handled it nicely. Good job not selling your soul to the devil, aka Keemstar. Okay. Okay. Can we agree they set you up? How did they set him up? They talked on emails, dude. Come on. Serious question. Do you feel like maybe you deserve to give Keem a chance based on the fact that you are judging him based on his detractors content? I think there's a good bridge there. Mario, come on. Read the room,
Jeffrey
dude.
just keeps spamming the chat about side scrollers getting super chats. Okay.
I wish I knew the
Any mods in
context.
chat? I have no idea. Baba Duke says, I don't know. I thought Keemstar was pretty composed. Oh, no one said Keemstar wasn't composed. Of course he was. There's no way he could show up unhinged and start ranting at me on someone else's show. Then people will call him out for it, right? Thank you. Just saying says, good job keeping your composure. I appreciate that. Can we not talk about the podcast, Green Goblin? Sadly, Green Goblin, I don't think it's really avoidable at this point, considering it's the longest thing I've done outside of my content.
He's literally at a stream that's about talking about the interview. And Gremlin or Green Dude, whatever the fuck, says, can we not talk about it?
And one of the things I've ever done outside of my content.
And then he's like, look, everyone's going to talk about it, man.
About that right now. I think it's going to be pretty pertinent to discuss it right now, okay? I received
Correct.
a $50 tip. Thank you.
Phil shook as fuck. Bert Zapato, you give DSP so much, but just shut up. Give DSP more money, dumbass. This is the kind of fans DSP fucking has, and it's so fucking sad. Bert Zapato has done so much money, and DSP does one interview that made him look bad or whatever. And Bert Zapato is like, Phil shook as fuck, man. Fuck off. Give him more of your money, dumbass. He needs it. He needs it now more than ever.
An anonymous $50 tipper says you stood up like a man on the podcast.
Stood up like a man. All these people. Phil, you are so cool. You, threw your dick down, man. Also, man, how do you personally feel after the interview? What positives do you take from it? Do you feel like it was a fair interview? Kind of felt like an ambush to me. I mean, to a degree, sure, it could be an ambush or a setup or whatever. But I also go back to DSP literally agreeing to change the deal as to what this was gonna be. You know? Because again, did DSP offer, I don't want to do this, I want to talk, or did he just go straight to yes, let's do it? Because, I mean, he should have said no, in my opinion. He should have stuck with what he wanted to do initially. Because now he's swearing off all interviews no matter what. And it's like, why? Why, man?
Podcast respect. Thank you to Oswald for a $50 tip. That is Oswald. No. I ignored...
Uh-oh, he got doxxed. Because I saw in chat, literally, who is Oswald? A while ago. And then he gets a tip that says Oswald. Oops. Oh man. Let's see if I can find that fucking super chat. It might be too far back. But I know I saw it. It was a green name. I know that. I know it's a green name. Are you Willow? What the fuck? Where? Someone said who's Oswald. Where is it? No! Damn it. But if you really look for it, you'll probably find it.
Keemstar was pretty good job keeping your composure. I appreciate.
Wait. There it is, spontaneous one. It's him. Man, you know what's so fucking goofy and whack? The reason why he connected the dots like a fucking dumbass, dude, is because DSP had, during the chargeback saga, said people should tip a code word, and then when you say it in chat, say the code words. That way we know what it is. And man, who is Oswald is the easiest fucking tell. Thank you, Spartanius 1 and DSP, for telling us this.
Appreciate that. Can we not talk about the podcast, Green Goblin?
Man,
Green Goblin?
I hate
I think
this.
it's going to be pretty... An anonymous $50 tipper says you stood up like a man. A $50 tip. Things I've ever done outside of my content. I don't know how we would really avoid talking about... An anonymous $50 tipper says you stood up like a man. A $50 things I've ever done outside of my content.
Was it
I don't know how we
after
would
this?
really avoid talking about that right now.
Okay,
I
I
think
guess
it's
you
going to
gotta
be pretty
hear.
pertinent to discuss it right now. Okay. I received a $50 tip. Thank you. An anonymous $50 tipper says you stood up like a man on the podcast. Respect. Thank you to Oswald for a $50 tip.
Oh. Thank you, Oswald.
That is Oswald. No.
Oops.
No. I ignored. I clicked on what? I merged 2 emails. You see how
It doesn't. It literally doesn't help. What I said before about like the codename shit. But the other thing is that Spontaneous One has been a whale, like in the past. He's a known whale, so it's kind of this is weak.
how shell shock I am here? I
Shell
had another
shock.
email, and I read Oswald from a second email over to the $50 anonymous.
Sure you did.
Oops.
Sure you did. So Spontaneous One just fucking typed, "Who is Oswald?" Like unless maybe I'm stupid and the chat is like not like synced up, but come on.
Sorry about that.
But what was the
so I got a
context
$50 anonymous
anyway?
tip, and I received a $1 tip. Hold on.
Yes.
I'm gonna be a little shaky.
Oh god. Where is it? Oh, I want to read that
Anonymous tip,
fucking.
and I received a $1 tip. Hold on.
Even though I agreed with
I'm very-
most of what the side scrollers said and how they called you out, I don't like how they all ignore moral concerns just because money is involved. What the fuck are you talking about? What was the moral concern in that interview? Working with Keem, but that's like not related to what was going on in a way, as far as that's
I'm
concerned.
gonna be a little shaky. I was on the show for so long. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. 2 to prepare for that.
Oh, that's
which
a
I
good
almost never
idea.
had, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
So Oswald, no, anonymous tipper. Did I click the animation?
Oh my god.
Anonymous tipper. Thank you for a $50 tip. I can't even.
Shouts
do
out
so normally.
Oswald.
I'm so like all over the place.
I will
$50
say
tip.
I hope it's like a silly name, like a nonsense name, and not I thought I saw a bug. Not his real name. You know what I mean? I can only hope that's not his birth name. Imagine the nonsense that would happen if that was his real name.
Tip from an anonymous tipper. Then I got a $1 tip from Oswald, who said, "Good job on."
Wait. Oh my god. A $1 tip from Oswald. Maybe Spontaneous One tipped again, said it's okay. It's cool.
The show, man. Yeah, I'm so like all over the place today. $50 tip from an anonymous tipper. Then I got a $1 tip from Oswald, who said, "Good job on the show, man."
Oh.
Holy moly. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Holy moly, man.
I don't want to talk about Keemstar this whole stream, by the way. So,
Good
so
job.
Mega
Felt
Manga
like it was a
Undertaker
setup.
Rip, remember-
Good job. It felt like a setup. He super chatted that. Oh, it felt like a setup though. Like he's like kind of
for
having a
6
little
months,
doubt.
and he says, as a fan, it's worth it to watch. Is it worth it to watch the interview? I mean,
If you want to learn about Cat's restraining order, yes. Oh, this is a good face too. This is like the pig trying to break out face.
I don't know. Will you guys tell me? Do you guys think it would be worth it for someone who didn't watch the interview to watch it? It's not that I have a good time, but I do feel like I very intelligently conducted myself on that show. You know what I'm saying? K Styles re-upped his membership for 22 months at the Ultra Supporter level. Thank you, K Styles. And then Crasco did a super chat. I thought you did well, Phil. Thank you, Crasco. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Crasco. Thank you.
Age Sicky did a super chat and says, "I enjoyed your interview. Can't wait for part 2. Thank you."
Thank you,
Appreciate that.
man.
So, Mint says, "Do you feel it was a fair interview? It felt like an ambush. How was that an ambush?" If
That
anything,
was-
the only part that was unexpected was Keem showing up.
I mean, the questions could be seen as an ambush, but whatever.
All right. I don't think that the Keem part was like if Keem had come on the show and was like, "Screw you, you're a liar," blah blah blah. It wasn't. It wasn't about that. It was about our interaction, which I don't even understand because no one really cares. Like seriously, no one cares but my detractors about our interaction.
No one really cares. But the whole point of this whole thing was, though, that he could clear things in the air. So clearly, Keem being there shows that Keem cared. And at least we could have at least, like, talked to him about
I
it,
don't
whatever,
care
you
about
know?
our interaction we had last year, but you know, it is what it is. Again, he has to make it all about himself. I don't want to talk about him all day. So.
But you allowed him to come on, man. You said yes.
SD Charger says they should have prepared more, had a timeline, and asking questions in a certain order. I mean, maybe they did. You don't know. Maybe I don't know what they were following there.
I feel like that they probably did at some point, but DSP being DSP, merging stories all over the place, it kind of threw that out the window. Like that, they probably at that point just gave up because it's DSP. Because every question he asked him a question about something. I can't remember the question at this point, but he immediately starts like, "Well, I guess I gotta talk about the bank leaks." And they're like, "Wait, hold up, we're not there yet. We'll get there, but not yet. Let's go back to this." And he kept doing that the whole time. He kept muddying the timeline because obviously he doesn't want you to really think about what he's telling you. So he gives you a lot of information. So you're like, wait, what? Like, it's a lot of double taking you have to do to listen to DSP, which is kind of very tedious. It's really like, did he tug Kat to get to marry him like that? Like, he just dropped like an exposition dump on her out of order, and then it's like, so what do you think? And then she's like, I do. Cat, I was born in Connecticut, it was really crazy, and then, the trolls attacked me, but then I had this ex, and then this happened, and that happened, so will you marry me?
If I'm the person who was interviewed and I don't feel it was a setup, how do you feel it was a setup exactly, right?
And then look at all this, people, kind of putting the thought that it was a setup, so it's kind of leading into him then agreeing it was a setup, and he agrees, but his fans told him that.
I'm a little bit of a loss there. That you think it was a setup. Why were they upset with how I spend my money? First of all, they weren't upset. This is the detractors' questions and stuff, right? But again,
if you're a DSP fan, you're saying, why are they upset? Like, dude, are you fucking eating? Well, they probably are eating glue when he's talking, but he goes on and on to make himself sound like in such a worst, terrible position ever that he needs your help. So when they think that he's spending money on trash, what do you think is going to happen?
The insinuation is that if I'm making money and I'm irresponsibly blowing it on stuff, right? Then,
correct.
There's going to be criticism there. And that's what these people have made this giant semi-fabricated situation around it, correct? And
correct.
Really
Semi-fabulous.
Like,
lied about, dude.
That,
semi.
People want answers, and I tried to answer as best I could. You know what I mean? PF says, don't send the screenshot. It feels like a setup. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
See.
Don't send the screenshot. Yeah, man.
I have to have future talk. I'm gonna have future talks with him.
Again, he had months to think about it. If he didn't want to send the pictures, then just say no. I don't want to do it. I don't feel comfortable, but it's still stupid because of the obvious. It's a fucking username
Craig,
of a mobile game.
Um,
The fact that a username is this fucking hidden content ever in the DSP verse is wild. It's just wild.
I received another tip. Wow.
Because usually people are like this when it's real shit. You're not gonna go to a person and start asking them about how much they're paying in taxes. They're probably gonna be not talking about that or whatever, because it's that's at least personal. But this is over a fucking frivolous mobile game account that should not be a big deal.
I guess I'm just gonna be shouting out contributions. Thank you, Cooper, who re-upped his membership. Don't send the screenshot. Oh, I just read that. No, I didn't. He says hear about the huge discount Bed Bath & Beyond. No, Cooper. What are you talking about? A discount at Bed Bath & Beyond.
It's for the bed,
Mishael
man.
did a $10 tip. He says, good job on the interview. Thank you, Mishael.
Good job.
That.
Mishael,
again,
good.
For me,
yeah,
this was
man.
To them, that was a long grilling session. To me, that was normal.
Normal?
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even feel like I was in the hot seat, because this happens every day on my own streams.
Correct.
So Snow Carl tipped $1. I want to say you did as well as anyone could have on that podcast. I'm proud. Must have been hard. It was difficult. Your first live conversation.
Thank God Snow Carl's proud of Phil.
That, people had to be brought into it like Cat. And I'm looking
forward to that
too. Thank you very much.
You know what? That's even the wildest thing. Kat was never brought into this interview. He brought her in. He brought her up. It was all Phil. He forced her to be in it, to be involved, which says a lot. Even in the Cope wine segment stream, he was hard lining that. I wanted to talk about it. They said Craig said he didn't want to talk about it, but I wanted to talk about it. What? Wow. And it's like, holy shit, dude.
I did reveal some stuff, man. I did reveal some stuff that no one knew.
That's so shitty. That is so shitty. And he's like, I don't treat people badly. But, man, he brought her up. And she didn't need to be brought up. Like, that's the other thing. Like, she did not need to be brought up at all. Great husband, man.
And, watch the show.
At least we can say, right? He doesn't thirst after, like, video game characters like Elfelt or Jacko, right? Right? Correct?
That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to be talking about all that.
Man, if he did that, oh my god.
It's sad. The people that people have said and done, it's pretty messed up. Big Papa Phil did a $10 tip. I commend you for doing the interview. I think you're great. You stood up in the face of all the detractor BS. You delivered your defense strongly. I've been a fan for several years. I want the best for you. So, if you have a chance to do a podcast and have Keem shop that podcast as sponsors, do it. It would help your family a ton. You'll rise above. I don't know about that. I would love to do that podcast without Keem. As I said live on the show, I'm okay with doing it. I'm okay with Boogie. I'm okay with Wings. I'm not okay with Keem. So, that would be the person that I really want nothing to do with. I don't know if it's worth it at all. It might hurt myself more than it could ever help. Seriously. I don't want to be Mr. Lolcow for the rest of my life. I don't.
Oh, you are, dude.
So,
too bad.
I got a $4.20
Too bad.
Tip. Thank you all. You guys are amazing. Radical Justice, good job. Let's get high, bud, with a great animation. Crazy. I got a $4.20 tip. Thank you all. You guys are amazing. Radical Justice, good job. Let's get high, bud, with a great animation. Craig seems like a good guy. I hope you have an actual
Craig does seem like a good guy,
I think
right?
eventually we will get there. It might just take a long-ass time, right? I think it will. I think it'll take a long-ass time. For the record, I have absolutely no idea what happened with my internet.
Oh my god, we're back to the internet. We're back to the internet.
Totally legitimately. I was like,
fuck
what?
you, Phil.
And
you lose.
I don't know if someone
Try again from the beginning.
I have absolutely no clue at all what happened there. You guys know my internet almost never goes down. If it does, it's like a blip. Basically my modem reset itself. So I don't know if that was a DDoS or not. How is it that it happened then?
You know what's kind of wild though? Because he has Xfinity, right? There's a button. He has to have downloaded the Xfinity app, right? And that app lets you like reset your modems. And we know how quick he could get to his phone. We all know his phone maneuvers. So
you would think if someone DDoSed me, it would have happened again and again and again, right? It just happened once and stopped. So I'm like, it was weird. I really hope it wasn't a DDoS, because if it was a DDoS, that means I now have to go through the painstaking trouble of contacting my ISP to get this fixed. I hope it's not.
It'd be wild. Theo theory time. So what if DSP gave one of his fans his IP address? So it would be DDoS, whatever, and then he can like see, I knew they were trolls, man. It's like a backup plan. And then he would go through the trouble of like getting a new IP and then blaming Craig and side scrollers because they set him up. What if? Like, he's gonna DDoS on the Resident Evil 4 remake release, dude. I know it.
See, Butler Spirit, here's the difference. Is why only take negatives away from the Keem vid, what you've heard, but feel it's unfair. I've seen Drama Alert. It's trash. It's trash game. It's a trash content.
This is a trash game.
Bad. That's my opinion. You can disagree.
Wait.
Negatives away from the Keem vid, what you've heard, but feel it's unfair. I've seen Drama Alert.
The dude was talking like, what did he say?
See, Butler Spirit, here's the difference. Is why only take negatives away from the Keem vid, what you've heard, but feel it's unfair. I've seen Drama Alert. It's trash.
But he's pretty much saying like, why take only the negatives out of the video despite the positives? And he's like, well, no, I've seen Drama Alert. That's like
trash. It's trash game. It's a trash content. It's bad. That's my opinion. You can disagree, but 1,000,000%,
not really
don't
relevant
like his
to what he
content.
said.
I have an issue with it. You understand? It wasn't the documentary that made him dislike. I already disliked him. Then I watched the documentary. You understand?
But that's stupid though, because he's not going to be part of Drama Alert, technically. in a literal
Naysayer, re-up this
sense,
membership,
you know.
handle yourself well, mad respect. Thank
Like
you.
normal, like you wouldn't be
Throwing
on that
Ennis to the super
show.
chat. You look like a complete clown. $2 for Vince. There you go. I have no idea what that means. You understand? Naysayer, re-up this membership. You handle yourself well, mad respect. Thank you. Throwing Ennis to the super chat. You look like a complete clown. $2 for Vince. There you go. I have no idea what that means, but enjoy your band.
I don't know what that means. You look like a clown. I don't know what that means. Does he think that's a good comeback?
And
That's like childish. That's like stupid. That's how children are like, oh, you call me stupid? I don't know what that means. That's not a word in my dictionary. Bleh. Like if you were like 5, but he's 43 years, and he says it.
Amrit did a super chat.
Okay.
For hanging in there for 5 hours under fire. Not a detractor or a fan, just neutral. Credit where it is due, Phil.
I gave you money, Phil. I see. I'm not a troll or a fan because I said so.
Amrit, free super chat. That's very
Great
nice.
fan base. I hate you, but I don't hate you, but I don't love you. So here's some money, man.
At the end of the day, this is
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
give
change
money
anything,
to
don't
people.
think.
I'm like,
Maybe it will.
okay.
I
I'm
don't
like
think so. But,
all the time.
I'm happy that I did it. I actually am happy that I did it.
He's happy.
Big Old Beans
He's
said, "These were
happy he
wins,
did
wins. It'd be
it.
a great hope you guys work together. I want to work with those guys.
I want to work with those guys. Look at this ass kissing. He's doing it so hard because when he's waiting for them to turn to like throw him under the bus for anything, he's ready to go super victim mode. That's what it is. He was waiting for them to say something mean. If they didn't, he wouldn't. He'd be like whatever with it, but he'd just sit there like with that in his pocket. Like he's like, oh man, they better not say anything nice, say anything mean, and all that. Like he would keep it in his little back pocket, and then if they say DSB is a doo-doo head, he was gonna pull it out, and he did.
I would do a podcast with them, 100%. Just it's not happening. Mr. White said I find Adam annoying and biased. I did not find him annoying and biased at all.
I mean, I will say, in reality, I think that laugh about the beat your demons was kind of annoying, but you know, laughs are laughs. Everyone laughs differently, so it's whatever. It's like a kind of thing. But yeah, that's it. I wouldn't say biased because I would say that as critical as Adam was, I do feel DSB could have like opened his eyes, man, if he was telling the truth. That's the thing. Because I know I said before, like, you know, it's easy to like paint an opinion of someone when you look at all the stuff that you're researching. But the other thing is, if they're doing this interview, he's going with all this stuff that he's like, what the fuck? And he's asking for direct answers. And it's like, and depending on how he'd answer it, it's like that he could have won him over. You know, at least it could have been like, you know, solid, but it wasn't enough. So, and I think the other thing is the fact that he talks in circles and he kind of rambles doesn't really help. Because it's one thing if it's like, if he was withholding information, but was like kind of speaking cohesively, he probably would have been like less annoyed, you know, because it was kind of, you could kind of tell Adam had enough of listening to this guy, because that's what happens when a non-DSP fan or troll like watch DSP just straight up, they will just get annoyed. It's like, it's really like when the first time I watched DSP Stone it felt awful. I was like, dude, this is like, I don't know what's going on. Like, that's kind of what happened. Like, it just went over me. Dude, it went over my head, man. But, when I'm, like, sober, it's like, okay, this guy's fucking dumb, man. But it's like, that's how normal people are watching him. It's, like, rough. Ugh.
The part where Keemstar kept saying you were going to watch Lalcal boxing match was why would I watch that? You guys know I don't watch any of that shit.
Oh my god, so many people
are
are trying to meme him into watching it. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a DSP versus the internet where he watches a clip of it.
I don't know anything about it. Oh, you're gonna watch it. Keem, again, he's such a giant inflated ego in his own head. And by the way, now I'll say, oh, he's talking about me. Yeah, Keem, he essentially
This dude, man.
invaded my episode aside.
He invaded. It's like fucking no, that's something else.
Scrollers, my interview. Now I'm going to talk about you. You're going to deal with it.
You gotta deal with it. But DSP! Keem is not there. Isn't it unfair and fucked up that, like, did Keem agree to this? Did he agree that you could talk about him on your decomposed stream? Did he agree, DSP? It's kind of bullshit, right? He's talking about him and he has no way to contact Phil or talk to him? Wow.
All right? He has such a giant, inflated, egotistic head that he's like, you're going to watch my content. I never watched your content, dude. I don't watch your content. Even the clips I can't stand. I want to vomit. I can't watch that shit.
I don't want to
Sorry
vomit.
that I have morals and a different moral compass than you. But I do, you know. You're going to watch that. No, I'm not. I haven't watched any celebrity boxing. Not one piece of any of it. Before Benadryl and Gas X. No, I did not. I woke up early. I had 2 cups of coffee.
Oh.
If you didn't notice, I was constantly drinking. And by the way,
I was constantly drinking.
Okay.
That's a good quote. Constantly drinking.
In that way that they stream, there's a mute button right on the coffee. If you didn't notice, I was constantly drinking. And by the way, there was a mute button, okay, in that way that they stream.
There's a mute button. DSP, there's a mute button in everything. Like, if I feel like if I push a button, I can mute myself on the actual transformer thing because I think it's like a red button. But whatever. But I could use my stream deck to do, you know, or I could like move my mouse, click OBS, see mic/aux, and you see, correct? That's how you mute. You don't need to do anything crazy. Now, of course, his PC is super far away. So there's that too. And we don't know how many audio mixers he has, man.
There's a mute button right on the screen. You might have noticed I went a few times. I clicked the mute button and then come back because it was right there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Go, 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 go.
Would I consider having Boogie on my show? Yes, I would.
Oh, yeah, you would?
I would extend that invitation to him.
But would he do it? I just love you saying he would do all this stuff, but then but we just know he's not gonna do it. We knew he wasn't.
I don't think so. I don't know why you guys feel that way. You guys are being way more harsh to them than I think.
Whoa.
Adam was on my case from the beginning. I don't think so. I don't know why you guys feel that way. You guys are being way more harsh to them.
Horse. You guys are being horse, man. But I love that his fans kind of like, come on.
To them than I think. You have to
this
understand.
Is insane. This is kind of endless. Validating his like inner thoughts, dude.
They are 100% outsiders to me. They don't know me. Craig knows me in a casual way from many, many years. The other guys didn't know me at all, right? So they're coming from the outside. All they've heard is the negative stuff. Now it's my opportunity to counter the negative stuff, right? So
like I just love that. That's their impression of it is like, oh, well, it was a setup because you were squirming, man, and this and that, but they don't think about how he was responding though. Because even the basic questions he could have just answered, he couldn't answer. Like to this day, we still don't know about the $5,000 business expenses. Like he didn't even answer that. He talked about other stuff. And like, well, it was set up, man. Like, man, I would have agreed with that. I would have, right? If I only saw the Keemstar segment. That's like the only time it kind of felt kind of sussy-wussy. But even then, it's like that's still like a relevant part of the interview. So it kind of isn't necessarily a setup either. But it was there was no question he answered correctly, or at all, or efficiently. And then the ones that he did were like pre-recorded or pre-rehearsed PR statements, like the slavery joke. Like it's nothing that like amazing. So it's not really a lot there to like believe. So I feel if you feel like it's a setup, it's probably because DSP just didn't give good answers to even the basic of questions.
I didn't take it in any negative way, man. I thought it was fine.
You thought it was fine, so that's all that matters, man.
Papa Phil says there's snakes everywhere in business and jobs. Doesn't mean you don't work with them when you must to benefit yourself and your family. Again, though, here's what you have to understand is if I went on that podcast, right? Number one, you saw how Keemstar acts. He would literally try to be like, well, this podcast is the most important part of your life, so you got to bend over backwards for me for the rest of your life. Everything you do, you have to listen to me because I've got you on this podcast. I feel like he would hang that over my head forever, number one. And he'd be so controlling. And number two, just Again, if you're on a lol cow cast, you're talking about a show that already the title is a negative.
Like, it's so stupid. It's just easy. Like, so much energy to say, I just didn't want to be on the show. It's obvious that you didn't want to be it because of the name.
Association. It's an insult. You're calling me a lol cow. Why am I going to do that? Right? Have it be a serious show. Not, everyone's going to just sit here to make fun of us all day, every day. It's ridiculous.
But
I received a $20 tip.
Level 1 podcast, man?
From Opposite George. I only caught the last 25 minutes. I want to ask, are you Keemstar cordial now? Do you think you were fairly interviewed? I thought interviewers were pushing a little bit with the Yucko the Clown. Is that who that was?
Oh my god.
Was that Yucko the Clown? Is that from a Howard Stern show? Is that who Mr. Gundam is?
Holy shit. DSP got gaslit in his own joke. That's where he is mentally. He can't stand up for any of his own beliefs that he comes up with or anything. He has no back for that. He says an offhanded joke that's, whatever, and then he gets talked into believing that it's legit. Wow.
No way. Is that him?
Pretty cool.
Or is that a joke?
We're gonna fast forward this. He just gets confused. He's a confused little baby.
Adam seemed triggered. It's not Yucko the Clown. He just sounds like him.
Adam seemed triggered.
What a voice to have. Holy moly.
Adam was just kind of mad, but he wasn't triggered. But whatever. What is triggered anyway? Bum bum bum. Da 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 da. All in one robust debunking.
Tartarian Truth. Re-up the membership for 10 months. Wings and Phil interview soon.
Yeah, it's something that happened now.
All right, it's hat time, guys. I'm sorry.
It's hat time.
Hat. Okay.
Okay.
Yucko does adult cartoons. He does not run a YouTube channel. Okay.
No shit.
Yucko, then. Man, it sounds like him.
Man, it sounds like him, man. Just like him.
100%.
It's funny though because he said in the interview though he heard his voice before, but now he's like, "Whoa, man!
Oh man!
Oh man!" Man, he loves this hat.
Do I feel I did well countering some of the claims? Here's the thing: it wasn't about countering them; it was about answering them in one place. I've already countered all of those claims.
What kind of answer is that? Did you think you did a good job countering them? Well, no, man. It's about I already countered them, so it's just about them being in one place. This dude literally brought a script to read off for fucking Craig, and he man must have killed him inside that. It wasn't working. They didn't have the same kind of audience as level 1 viewers are.
I already said that. I've already done that. Did you have any real new definitive information in that? You found out a few new personal things about me and my wife, and that's about it. Things that I've never disclosed before, that are issues, ongoing issues with us, right? I really don't wish to elaborate.
He treats it like a content drop of his life. Like, we're gonna wait another 4 years for the next content drop of massive info. We're gonna have to wait.
Further on, I don't want to tell you about our problems.
That's wild. That's wild if you think about it. Man, imagine being in that position. Oof.
To do with our content. You understand? It's really no one's business.
You understand? Idiot.
But basically, I didn't have, that wasn't the intention of going on the show. Now people say, well, did he answer the questions? Yes, he did. Go watch the show. Do you believe him? That's your call. Believe him or not. Right? Believe him or not. If you don't believe him, that's fine. Hate him, don't watch his content. Or do. Whatever you want to do. But at least it's there now, right? At least now there's a definitive answer to all of that stuff. Correct?
Correct.
Sorry, I got to represent Grove Street. Drunken Weasel did a super chat with the recent podcast. Is there going to be a part 2? Well, with a part 2, we consider talking about Review Tech USA. No. Absolutely not.
Okay. Massive rich moment here. Massive. DSP says no, he doesn't want to talk to Rich at all. After an interview, right? Where Craig tells him, well, you should apologize to everyone, man, that you wronged and this and that. Like, he gave him a whole sob story about, like, a whole thing to forgive people, like Shady K, man. So he says, no. Then, in the baby wine cast he did the next day, he was like, see, Craig said something that resonated with me. I apologized and forgiven Rich. he had family business, like he had family issues with his daughter. So like and we all know the real reason he unbanned and like apologized and all that to Rich because his daughter was sick. And it's bullshit. This dude is such an opportunistic piggy. He sees some dude is posting something like, "Oh my," like it's so fucking lame. Rich probably wanted to apologize. Let's say Rich wanted to apologize for months, right? Oh, I'm sorry, whatever. DC wouldn't care because according to him, he's dead to him. But it took Rich's daughter getting sick for him to be like, yeah, man, I'm going to apologize to Rich. And then continue to virtue signal that decision to then, not only that, later on rescind the interview idea he wanted to do with Rich and then shit on him afterwards. The definition of a fake fuck.
American Manga Undertaker did a super chat. Keemstar was there. How was it? Basically, Keem came on to argue with me about last year him offering me $50K to be on a podcast, which never happened because he never talked to me. Basically, he said, "Oh, this was the offer. There was no offer. You never offered it to me. You never contacted me. You couldn't even listen to simple instructions."
There was no offer.
Dragon Davy Ray did a super chat. Great job. Kept your cool. Mad respect. Thank you, Dragon Davy Ray.
Mad
Appreciate
respect.
That.
Oh yeah, it was about Keem. Okay,
You guys want to ask me a question?
talked
and you're
enough about
not
that, man.
contributing, Please tag
It's
me in
all
the
a
chat.
massive
You
meme.
don't have to contribute, but I do need to see your message. I received another tip. You guys are being awesome and don't have to be, but thank you so much. You understand that was essentially my first stream of the day, so thank you so much for supporting me here.
Gotta beat your
$20
demons, dude.
tip from 1 Minute Man. Good job keeping your cool during a 5-hour interrogation. 1 Minute Man in a rare move
Oh
has
my
spoken.
God.
He never speaks. I think the last time he spoke was Christmas. He said Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, 1 Minute Man.
Oh my god,
I
he
appreciate
rarely
your
speaks.
always
His favorite
strong
kind of
support me. My
contributor.
content
The
is
his
very nice to
favorite
come today
kind.
and actually say something on the stream. I appreciate that.
You said something you would do, man. Wow.
I mean, are there any questions I wish Craig and Adam asked?
This guy felt like
there's so
1
many
Minute Man
questions.
just wanted to
There's so many
say that
questions
so
to
he
be
could
asked,
continue
right?
watching
I
the
don't know.
guy.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say, man. 3 guys at once. LMFAO, man. Positivity off the charts.
George, no, I mean, are Keemstar and I cordial? I have absolutely no relation to Keemstar, and I have no desire to really talk to him. Is that cordial?
You talked to him for
Do
free,
you
though.
really think Keem is going to contact me? Here's the real question. All right, he
He
said on the
probably
show,
is.
"Oh no, the offer's not off the table, but the offer's off the table." Like he literally said that. He said, "Oh no."
Yeah, he DSP said the same thing I did. Because it was a kind of silly sentence, but but he did clarify even more later on, saying like if he were to do it again with DSP, it would be a more tight contract, which is kind of like funny to hear because it's kind of bringing to life what DSP said he was afraid of.
No, you know, the door's not closed, but the door's closed. He said both, right? So when you say both like that,
Both.
it's
Well,
like,
He does that too, though. In reality, DSP does that too.
what does that mean? Talking out of both sides of his mouth. Again, I don't want to talk about Keem all day. I really don't.
I really don't, man.
We got 100 likes. Time for a
Bubble blow. Ba 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 ba.
like usual. All right. So I'll be here till 4 p.m. just like always. And then I'm eating my dinner with my wife, and then I'll
Your
come back
din-din?
tonight with another stream. And it's up to you what you guys want to do. Do you want to do a Like a Dragon Ishin stream tonight? Do you want to do another just chill stream tonight? I'm down for whatever you guys want tonight. Okay. By the way, we have over 700 people on the stream right now. I'm so dumb I didn't say this. Welcome to anyone who's a newcomer. I very well may have some spillover right now from that show.
Oh
if you
my
guys
God.
are watching
Spillover?
the Side Scrollers podcast, maybe you're even a patron of Side Scrollers, welcome. Sorry I didn't say anything. I'm being stupid because I'm kind of shell-shocked after the show.
He's shell shocked.
this
It's
is a-
not an ambush. It wasn't an ambush. It was a cool, positive thing. It was great. I was shell shocked, man. I was having post-war flashbacks.
24-hour sub-only mode chat. There's a very good reason for it. It's because if you're not, if I didn't
That's
do
what
that,
Hate Army was showing in reality during the interview. Those like little moments. That's what DSP was seeing. Man, crazy.
entire chat right now would be trolls. Okay, it would. So I have to be careful about that. And I have to basically shut down that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you liked that show and you'd like to join in the chat, you have to subscribe for 24 hours. So please sub to the channel. If you don't like the content in the next 24 hours, unsub. You don't have to stay sub, but you do have to sub if you want to chat. Okay, it's a 24-hour wait. Tomorrow, all my content will be regular. Gameplay and everything will be usual, normal stuff. Okay.
Oh yeah, was it
so,
usual
Purple
stuff?
Pickle to the super chat, $10 one. Thank you.
It's
I gotta
you
give
know
credit
what's
where it's-
funny? He didn't do a podcast the next day. Well, technically, because he technically did do a podcast. It was like a 15-minute video, so it's not really he didn't do a podcast at all, but he did one. But he clearly did that because of the new viewers. Again, caring more about the randos than the people who usually show up. It's kind of funny how that works, right? Correct?
You showed up to the show like Lana Rhodes. All right, this is some kind of a sexual joke that I don't even know what it means. It was a great watch. I'd love to see more mad respect from the pickle. I don't even know who that Lana Rhodes is, but I'm not going to read the rest of that. But thank you, Purple Pickle.
Do I want to go back to read it? In reality, no. I'm not doing it.
All right. Mr. Oink says, ultimately, it's your choice. I don't like the way they conducted themselves. Can we run a poll for which game? For tonight? No, tonight it would be Like a Dragon Ishin if we do a game. If not, we could just do it.
Dude, he literally said in this fucking stream, we will do either Oblivion or Like a Dragon Ishin, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, depending on what you want. In the same stream. We're gonna do Like a Dragon Ishin. Isn't this talking outside of both mouths like Keem did? He said that he was gonna do this, then not, man, right? Correct?
Do another chill stream, whatever you guys want. Just like hanging out.
But I guess it's an hour apart,
So
so it's a
everything
little
in the
different, man.
50K, would I give Keem a fair chance? Again, there was no 50K. Keem never actually went through the process of contacting me and offering it to me.
What?
He did it on his own account. We had a conversation in DMs where he didn't tell me what the actual offer was. Then he refused to call me when he was supposed to. But this is somehow my fault. I was supposed to drop everything in my life for this guy because he's
He couldn't return the call either.
Which I said on the show. You know, so
He couldn't
there's
recall.
not anything I didn't already say.
He couldn't call back. It's hard, man.
Let's see here.
I agree.
Well, I think about some of the input I got today. I will. You know, some of the input I'm already implementing. It's funny because they say, oh, but you said you've changed. Well, I mean, I think I have.
I love is like, are you gonna take some of the stuff you learned from the interview? And he's like, I'm already doing it, man.
I'm
Okay.
listening to your input. We're doing stuff we never done before. I'm trying to change for the better. I'm trying not to bring up drama. That was the whole purpose of going on the show. Was that's where I was gonna address it, right?
He's trying,
Get it out of the
man.
way, right?
Right?
So, you know,
I said I'll
hopefully
change, man.
this
Please
is kinda the
stay.
end of it. I don't know. It's not going to be the end of it, by the way. I received a $20 tip from
Wait.
the show was that's where I was going to address it, right? Get it out of the way. I'm listening to your input. We're doing stuff we never done before. I'm trying to change for the better. I'm trying not to bring up drama. That was the whole purpose of going on the show was that's where I was going to address it, right? Get it out of the way, right?
Right?
So, you know, hopefully this will kind of be the end of it. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's not going to be the end of it, by the way. I received
It's
a
not gonna be the
$20
end of
tip
it. Sweet. A $20 tip?
from Was Good Here.
What's good
Okay,
here?
Let's see. Sit here.
I feel the vibe.
All right, so here we go. They said I don't have to read this, but I can if I want, so I'll read it. $20
cool.
tip came in. Listen to this, and let me play the animation when I read it. Okay.
Okay. Correct. Okay.
You don't have to read this on stream if it's too much. It's not. You were incredibly too polite. It's fair when you're being a guest, but that was not an impartial interview. It was.
Oh
an
my god, that's so lame. That's so stupid. Fuck this. You don't have to be polite. Dude, just be a normal person when you talk to people. That's like all you can do. Like if someone's being like whatever to you, whatever. Let's say that they were not being real to you. Like what benefit do you have of being like going out of your way to be an asshole? And you don't have to be like a fucking baby about it either. You don't have to be like, oh, guys are so cool. Just be normal. Why can't you be normal?
You say that they were outsiders, but outsiders in a situation like this should not have been preconceived notions about you or your content. Craig's a nice guy, but he believed anyone should be able to spend money on whatever they want once received. Then proceeded to grill you about your WWE account, pressing for screenshots like it would solve something. I don't
Oh my god, this is so...
preconceived notions about you or your content.
Dude. He says the next day they had preconceived notions. All of his opinions come from these people. What does DSP think? We'll never know. He's gonna die. And he's gonna die with someone else's opinion in his head. Like, the last thought that he's gonna have before he dies will be a thought someone else had. This fucking dude, man.
Craig's a nice guy, but he believed anyone should be able to spend money on whatever they want once received. Then proceeded to grill you about your WWE account.
Yeah, because this dude not even pay attention. Like, Craig literally said, we don't care about that, but you keep making points about like how you need money.
Out pressing for screenshots like it would solve something. Adam was worse.
Screenshots. Oh, it's not gonna do anything, man. I mean, technically, yeah, of course, there's gonna be people who are not gonna believe, regardless. But I would argue that there's gonna be a bigger percentage of people that are willing to believe that it's not his account if Craig and DSP agree that it's not his account. Like, it may not be 100% people are gonna be like, yeah, man, I agree with Phil now. It's gonna be like 50, let's say. Which is more than what it is now, if it happened. But no, we're not getting it, so it's 0%. 0% of people have changed their opinions about it, which is exactly where it started. As Keem said, he's restarting the game. Like, he had an opportunity to get to the next level with this fucking dumbass claim, and cleared it or whatever the fuck. But no, he resets it so that instead of the potential 50% of people that would believe him, it goes back down to 0%. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, it was totally bullshit. It was not going to solve anything. Like, come on.
He actually stated blatantly he does not believe you when you got disconnected.
That's still an opinion, though. You could talk to someone and then come to the opinion that you don't believe them. And he based it off of what he said directly from the guy. Isn't that what DSP wants? No. Obviously, says the DSP fan.
I know you're a fan of these guys, but don't let that stop you from defending yourself. Stand on principle, not the necks of others. Appreciate you, Phil, and good luck. There you go.
There you go. Is he gonna say, no, man, they're not that bad? No, he just says, there you go. Because he probably agrees. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I think that tip is what made him believe it. I don't think it was the decompression stream that they did, because obviously, and I was watching Ann Lee talk about it, right? And he mentions that the amount of times that they talked about DSP in that video, the way that DSP thinks that they did, was not nearly as bad as DSP says it is. And I guarantee he read that little tip, whatever the fuck, and that convinced him. That convinced him. And he was waiting for an excuse to go off. And they gave him the excuse, so then he was like, yeah, man, I agree with this little tipper. It's really weird that they have the same fucking opinion, huh? Very little, though. But, I mean, it's DSP. He has no fucking opinion. He's a fucking drone. Interesting.
Right?
Right?
Interesting.
Interesting.
I don't know. Again, even if they don't believe me, I still feel it was fair. I can't make you believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't.
He says this, then says, they didn't believe me! Ah, come on! They had preconceived notions! I mean, whatever. I mean, they did the research, though. Like, you're naturally gonna have an opinion. It depends on, like, how open you are to the answers, but DSP's answers, as I've said, were not convincing. So you can only blame the preconceived notion part at, like, only so far.
Believe me.
Until you realize it's also DSP's the problem. Like, come on.
How could I do that? It's weird because they say the pignosis. The what?
The
Am
what?
I some kind of a magician? Am I a warlock, an evil warlock? Here I come through the power of the internet. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Through the power of the internet, I'm using my magical powers now to control your mind and
this is another, like, playbook from abusers or whatever. They say shit like this all the time. You think I'm gaslighting you? No, man, you think I'm doing gas in the air and lighting you and, like, telling you all different kinds of things that didn't happen? Like it's obviously that like he's just like, see, I'm not that bad, man. It's so fucking bullshit.
Tell you to believe me. Everything I say is true and everything else is false that people say. I can't do that.
I can't do that.
You know,
I can't literally like change your mind. But, like, I can talk in circles to the point where you forget what the question was, but that's not anything.
What do people think I am? They think I'm some kind of a crazy, powerful person. It's just nuts.
Nuts, man.
It's just nuts. I don't know. The pignosis thing. And then, I didn't want...
It is a meme that's not worth discussing to DSP because it's not, like, anything important. But it's like just a shorthand way of detractor code.
If they end up, let me put it this way: the two best outcomes is that either those guys either believe me or they just don't care. Correct? It's one or the other.
They believe me or they don't care. Adam literally said he doesn't care. Excuse me, doesn't believe him. I don't think he ever said he doesn't care because he did an interview and he did all this research. So. Okay.
So it's one or the other, and they don't have to like me. We're not friends.
Like the window of not caring kind of closed when you want them to do this interview. To be honest, because they had to care to get him on to do the research and all this stuff. Like they had to care to do all of that. So if he just said, "I just want to do a normal show," or just not at all, let's say, then they would be forced to not care. Because think about it. Let's say Craig and Adam are doing their own podcast. They never cross paths with DSP. They're just doing their own thing. How wacky would it be if someone just random comes to their stream chat? Hey, did you know that DSP plays WWE champions and he did this and that blah 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 blah? You think they're gonna sit there and be like, oh shit, let's talk about this for for an hour? They're probably gonna say, who cares? Like, we're talking about this stuff today, okay? Like, whatever.
We're not gonna be close personal friends. I'm sure, Would I like to show up on their podcast again? Yes, I would.
I like how he says, "Oh, we're not gonna be close friends, man," but he wants to be on this podcast. Like, he's already placing the back door.
I will do it again.
He's building the back door up.
Darziak says, I felt Craig and Adam didn't really get that the negative stuff is minor from your overall amount of content that you make. Exactly.
Minor?
Here's the thing they say, there's a mountain of evidence.
This is
yes,
stupid.
but I'm a
This is stupid. Minor. Fuck off.
15-year long, one of the most prolific content creators.
The easiest fucking thing
it's
to
funny
counter.
because it's
Yeah,
like,
no.
well, look, we just pulled this recent clip
Bye.
from July of last year.
Dumbass.
Yeah, and in my opinion, it's a joke that's bad, but it's not a joke that's racist. I don't think the joke was racist because I didn't intend it in that way. But of course, you could spin it that way if you would like. Sure. And the situation is that, wow, we found one thing in the last few years to say Phil does. Now we'll do a clip from 3 more years before. Now the clip from 2010, This isn't it. I've made 100,000 videos. 100,000.
But no one is saying that he's doing it every
the negative
second.
Stuff is the drop
like, this
in the
is
bucket,
stupid.
But they don't want to believe that. The detractors, they just want to focus on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? No, you're dumb. Shut up.
Just saying the whole show was supposed to be about the negative. That was the premise. He says it was 3v1, only talking about negative. It wasn't a let's praise Dark Side Phil show. It was supposed to be Phil addresses stuff show. That was the point of me going on there. Originally it wasn't. It was supposed to be I'm a normal guest. Then it turned into Phil is now interrogated.
Interrogated. Okay.
Yeah, there's over 60,000 videos on this channel. Between all my other channels out there,
all
6 times a
right.
week, all year. 6 days a week, 2 streams a day.
You don't need to jerk off your
100,000 videos. Yeah, you're gonna have moments of stupidity. I have lots of them. Right? I'm glad you're here to hang out, Kagome.
Well, the amount of stupidity is kind of wild.
5 hours was nuts. Do you want to know the truth? It went by like this. I had no concept of what time it was. 0. None. I didn't know. I just kept going, and I had no idea what was gonna what time was going by. No clue. It was unfair. If you feel it was unfair, you have the right to feel that way. I'm the one on the show, and I don't feel it was. Let's grab. I need a light vest. It's very warm.
Okay. Don't care about the vest. Which vest is stupid best?
Will I go back and watch it? Oh, it's 5 hours long. I don't know about that. 5-hour-long show, man. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch it, quite frankly.
You watch portions of it. Now, you know what's funny? He says this, but Craig got in trouble, man. A few people were saying, Craig, you're milking the interview by uploading parts. And we have DSP saying he's not going to watch a 5-hour video. There we go, proving Craig's point to why he splits it up. Bleh.
Let's see here. More tips are coming in. Wow, thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Only use me blade tip. This is not really them. $3 tip. Love the
What? It's not really them. It's a $3 tip, so they tip more?
interview. Crazy conspiracy I heard is that you ran a cult. They say OIC was like a general and Derek was a high priest or something like that. Yeah,
What?
I'm sure.
What?
Again, a $3 tip. Love the interview. Crazy conspiracy I heard is that you ran a cult. They say OIC was like a general and Derek was a high priest or something.
Derek was a high priest. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Thank you for that. And let's see here.
That's okay.
Do I think it's a dollar tip? Do you think I defended myself well? Seems like they called you out numerous times. Literally, they said, well, you know, you're saying one thing, but you're not providing evidence, to which I responded, you're right.
You're
You know,
right.
there's some things that are going to be put myself
But
in my
man,
place.
how did they get? Why didn't they believe me? Why did Adam say he didn't believe me? I couldn't provide evidence.
At too much personal risk. There have
Like, dude, he's saying this to their faces, and they're so stupid to put two and two together. But then again, you know.
absolutely positively been times when I thought there's no risk here. Let me just do this or that, and it 1,000,000% blew up and hurt me badly. Okay, being honest, it's happened before. It's documented. This has happened. So you know what I'm saying? Like, why?
But what happened
putting
was stuff that
myself
was
in
a
harm's
legit
way
accident, though.
by
Like, this is what. Okay, this is what's stupid. The information that got leaked out was information that was not even like done on purpose. It was done by accident. Like his home address, his phone number, all this stuff. The one time you could put thought into what he's showing, can't do it, man. And he showed an email before. He showed a PayPal statement. A PayPal statement! Or whatever. And, you know, wouldn't you be a little bit more, like, scared to show something that has to do with money with your account?
anything out there of a bank statement or showing my mobile phone, anything like that. I am. Okay? So I'm not going to. Right? And there's the risk
Right?
there. It's too
Correct?
late. For my family and myself, why would I do that? Right?
Why would I do that?
Where Gamer says, some of the questions they asked multiple times, I felt you answered well the first time, vice versa. Some answers you gave more skirted their questions. There you go. I did my best. I really did my best. 5 hours, man. Kagome says we make mistakes, and that's us being human, but I agree.
Oh, we make mistakes, man.
Mistakes done a lot of people. PS3 Troop says you don't owe them anything. I mean, I don't owe them anything.
But how many times are you
Absolutely
gonna forgive
not.
him? I mean, come on.
I saw an opportunity. I told you guys I wanted to be
You
interviewed.
saw an opportunity.
Well,
There
I
it
got my
is.
interview, that's for sure. It was certainly
The
different. when I saw it
opportunistic
kinda going
pig
down, but,
went out.
Butter
get
says you don't want to
attention.
put yourself in danger for nothing. Exactly right, because here's the thing.
Here's
All
the
right?
thing.
Here is the thing.
Okay, does Craig have a history of like doxing people? Is he a doxer?
All right?
Right?
Being honest.
Okay,
We're all here, we're chilling.
we're chilling.
And there might be, we have some newcomers here today, possibly. Welcome if you're a newcomer.
Welcome to
My
Newcomers.
content. We're all here, we're chilling. Right? So, ultimately, with what happened, has it affected anything? Will it do positive or negative? I don't know what the net result will be, but ultimately, here's the thing. My detractors will never be satisfied anyway. Craig said it himself, that no matter what I say and do, they will never be satisfied. Because they're, you know, and from my perspective, they're in it for personal gain. That's why they keep doing it.
Man.
They love making fun of me so they can keep rolling this popularity train on YouTube. So why would they ever stop? There's situations like that escort saga story.
Like, he brings up, like, they wouldn't believe me. This stuff was done for, like, new viewers or whatever, right? So, wouldn't showing Craig the Discord account and the mobile game account and all that kind of shit, whatever the fuck, benefit the newcomers more that he wants to have them convinced that he's innocent? But since he's not showing evidence, like now, GSP kind of gave a video that would give more evidence that this dude is hiding shit. Like, it's really ridiculous.
1,000,000% proven false. They were just on to the next thing. So why do I care?
Why do I care? You did the interview,
But then I
though.
don't say anything. I don't disprove it. Oh, it just continues forever. It must be true. It's right, not true. But why?
Why? Why,
And you know
man?
what Keemstar said resonates. Is
Oh boy, what did? I'll read this purple pickle bullshit. Wings reacted to your interview live. I recommend you and him have a one-on-one chat. That would be a fun one. We all would support that. Hint, hint. Okay.
sucks that he's right, but he's right.
Okay.
I don't know if I got DDoSed or not. My modem. got knocked
Okay,
off
back to the
anyway. You had the opportunity.
DDoS.
You didn't
Okay.
send the pick to Craig right away, and because of that, now it doesn't matter if you send him one. Now it's over. You can't anymore. He's right. Keemstar says, well, it doesn't even matter anymore. You had your opportunity. You didn't send the pick to Craig right away, and because of that, now it doesn't matter if you send him one. Now it's over. You can't anymore. He's right.
In the fucking Copecast, this dude said, Keith said it would be too late to send the screenshot? What does that mean? Is he stupid? Like, he said that didn't matter. But now he's saying he's right.
Then again, it doesn't matter anyway, because no one would
Uh,
have believed him either. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one would have believed him
uh,
either.
this is
Even if I sent him
ridiculous.
the screenshot right now, they won't believe him. They'll say he's making it up, or he's dumb. He doesn't understand the game. He doesn't get it, right? So, there you go.
There you go. Well, it depends on the information though that he gives out and how he interprets it. That's what I was
Well,
saying. Like that's why I know some people would believe Craig if he verified it, but to me it's like it matters on how he interprets what he gets. And that's what I doubt. Because I don't trust the information DSP would offer, to be honest. But it's whatever.
You know what I was thinking of doing?
But I
don't
get
think
it,
of doing
though.
it anymore. Here's what I was thinking of doing. I was going to take screenshots of not only WWE champions, but also other games that I've played to show him that it's the same account name in all the games. So that way, at least if he saw that,
Oh my
he'd be
god,
like,
it's
"You
distracting
got
me.
it
I'm
here."
noticing a lot of lip drift. He's talking and just suddenly his lips are going to like the left. Man.
Here and here, and they're all the same name, and it's not the name people say he is. There's your evidence. But now you're
Look
right.
at
You're
it.
absolutely
I
right.
can't stop noticing
if
it.
I do it now, probably no one will believe it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, man? It's your life.
Dark Jack said I found Keemstar. What he was saying was stupid. Someone could say you photoshopped. Exactly right. I mean, yes, that's exactly 100% right. They can say I photoshopped it or whatever. He's stupid.
But you don't have Photoshop though.
Purple Pickle did a super chat. Wings reacted to your interview live. I recommend you and him have a chat. That would be a fun one. We all would support that. I have no problem.
Mention
with
the
that.
hint.
Would you like to know the truth? I've asked Wings over the last several months if he would like to have an interview with me. I have. He has never responded, so I don't think he's interested. But don't harass him about it, because if he's not interested, he's not interested.
Remember, he said he was in contact with people to do the DSP asks it, and man, I can't wait for the first episode. I'm still waiting. I'm I'm hyped. When he does it, I'll watch it. I'll watch it live. That will be what's gonna replace Endure the King. Okay, if he does these little interviews, I'll do that instead of Endure the King. Tell you what, that's what I'll do. That's gonna replace it if he does it.
to have him on the show. Keep in mind.
Keep in
I
mind.
have a React channel now. I have already told you guys it is my intention to have some interviews and stuff going on there, and he would definitely be someone I would like to sit down and talk with.
Hey, who?
It is my intention to have some interviews and stuff going on there, and he would definitely be someone I would like to sit down and talk with.
Wings. Okay.
Man, I would like to talk with him before.
Before?
I would love to talk with him before he has that boxing match with Boogie.
Oh.
I really would.
Oh, let me guess. Why. He's gonna be, so Wix, I hear you're doing a boxing match. Don't you think it's a little dangerous? Aren't you afraid you're gonna die? Like, you're a big boy, Wings. Like, you think you're gonna just die on the spot? What if you die? What if you kill Boogie, man? Try to guilt him out of it. And then Wings is gonna be like, what the fuck, man? I just want to have a good time and have a good boxing match.
Some people are actually sending me some nice supportive messages via email, and I appreciate people who are doing that. I'll read those later. Sorry, I can't read those now.
You can't read them now, clearly. Look how busy he
Babadook
is.
says... No, see, here, Babadook, here you go. He says,
Oh.
Adam thought of the possibility as well, come up with a solution. You could do a FaceTime with Craig. Again, there's no point.
No.
There's no point because people won't believe Craig either.
No.
They just won't believe it.
Look how happy he
It's,
is.
you know.
You know. You know? Okay. You can't read the emails. You can't read them. Look how busy he is. Piggling around.
Well, let's see here.
Let's see here. Okay. Ah, yes.
All right, I think I caught up. Sorry, I'm zoning.
I like how we went
zoning out here live
from
on my own
memeing,
stream.
no
'Cause
to,
I'm,
yes.
very early, like many hours early.
So we're gonna find out a silly way he says, I don't know, and that'll be the
Strudel
new thing.
with 2 cups of coffee and a bunch
We're
of
gonna
water.
find an old
That's what
clip
I'm
where
fueling on
DSP
right
just says, I don't know, in a very funny
Mr.
way,
Unsaid,
and that'll
I
be the
don't very
new
much care
thing.
For drama, Keemstar is a children's entertainer. I prefer game streams. I agree with you.
I agree with you. He's a children's entertainer. Ah, yes.
Does Jasper like cat treats? Yes, he does.
Oh, what's this? Time for duty to take that L. Good podcast, man.
You know, theoretically, Wings and Boogie could go easy
Oh,
on each
okay.
other for a payday. I mean, yeah, but the point I'm making is it's such nonsense. That whole
I
event
feel the
is not even
vibe.
about them boxing. It's about embarrassing them.
I'm
Making them look like
shook.
jackasses for money. It's disgusting in my
It's
opinion.
disgusting,
Don't like
man.
that. You know, I don't. And there's personal risk involved as well. What if one of them has a heart attack during the fight? You know, like
That's
I
what he's.
can't be
See.
for that, man.
You can support that, man. They're gonna get a heart attack, man. They're fat. I mean, yeah, they're fat, but I mean,
Was it-
come
is it
on,
hard to sit there
on.
and talk
Think about
openly
it.
about everything. Let me put it this way.
Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Essentially, it was hard. It was hard to. I had to maintain train of thought and rational mind.
Oh, he didn't.
Keemstar has
He didn't do that He didn't do that at all. To be
it
honest.
away when he talks. He goes on and on and on, so that you don't have a chance to react to anything he's saying. He'll say 1 point, then say 2 more points. Oh, okay, you're responsible. Wait, you just said 3 points. It's a way of talking, very manipulative way of talking.
And guess what? You do it too, dumbass. You fucker. Come on.
To try to confuse you. Okay? I felt like
That's literally what he does. That's literally what DSP does. Oh, fuck off. Come on.
Adam and Craig were being very straightforward with their questions.
How about you?
Well, you know, Keemstar's a completely different kind of guy. Right? But, you know, was it tough? Was it hard? No. At this point, literally, nothing phases me. I mean that. 100%, absolutely, positively, nothing phases me at all.
At all.
You know, I've been through everything. So that was like, if I was in your position, Phil, it would take years off my life. No, it didn't take years off my life. I'm cool. Oh,
I'm
see,
cool.
here,
I wouldn't
another
lose
$10,
years of
yeah?
my life, man. Okay.
Keep in mind, this is not my opinion. This is an anonymous tipper saying this. Keem is a hypocrite
So we know it's going to be a juicy tip, right?
pretending that it's ethically okay to let Wings and Boogie box against each other, 2 men who could easily suffer a heart attack doing it. That's indicative of his character. I think you did a great job.
That's your opinion. I like how DSP said that's not my opinion. It's his opinion, but you just said that same opinion like not too long ago. He clearly pre-read that tip and then just regurgitated in his own pig way. But they're adults though. Like, yeah, you could say it's a dumb idea. Like, who's gonna, like, whatever. But they both agreed. As far as I could tell, I mean, unless like Wings is gonna show the contrary and say, "Well, see, it was manipulative" or whatever. But like, they both agreed, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you've seen my point. I even brought it up. Oh, but they're all adults. Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing. They're desperate adults who need help. They're going to do anything they need to get help and hope for the best.
He talks to them like they're homeless.
Shit, both of them.
Like, dude, are they homeless? Do they not have a home? Are they on the street? Are they like homeless people that need help? Is that what it is?
Joked about suicide and stuff. It's like, dude, do you not understand how this is wrong?
Oh, then he talks about the suicide thing.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. He brings the Vedic in the Cope stream, and this is all I'll say about it. Like, I wouldn't necessarily blame Keem 100% for that, like, you know, but it's more like he didn't help contributing to like what Etika was feeling and that kind of shit. Like that I understand, but I wouldn't say like it's him, man. Like it's a lot of things, a lot of stuff is involved in that kind of stuff. You know, it's not easy. It's rough.
Well, someone tipped me a $5 tip saying they're from a detractor channel that took balls, but they still think I need to deal with alcohol and mobile game addiction.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to believe me. I mean it. You don't. I'm not.
Dude, you could watch him get drunk, and he doesn't act that drunk.
Going to convince everyone. In fact, I might not convince anyone.
Okay.
Thanks for the $5 tip. That's nice of you. At least you said I had balls. That's something nice, I guess. I mean, yes, I am male. I have testicles.
Oh my god, this fucking dude, man.
Yes, I'm male and I do have testicles. Duh.
Yeah, but you say that too all the time. When a fan says, "Wow, GSP, you have balls," you're like, "Yeah, man, I am what I am." A dude says it in like that kind of way. "Yeah, but yeah, I guess I do have balls because I'm a male."
No, I did not have a toaster strudel. I had a regular strudel from the bakery. Big Daddy did a super chat. It's time for duty to take an L. Good podcast. I don't know what that means.
What does that
He's
mean?
talking about a detractor of mine, which I don't know why he'd be taking an L, but okay. Thank you for the super chat.
Why would he take an L?
Whew.
Oh man.
I'm glad you're feeling better today, Jay.
Oh, Jade's here.
It's good to see you.
I
hope you're feeling better.
So no game today. Jade. Fucking idiot. I mean, no Jade.
Butler Spirit says Keem already said Boogie and Wings lost weight for the fight. He says it's a danger for them, but hype of this fight convinced them to improve their health. They've already done that. They already both did that. Remember?
What?
You ever watch their documentaries or whatever? We saw one of
but this is stupid though. If you watch the documentary, he stops doing it. Okay, and in the same documentary, he gained weight.
Personal training. That was all documented. He lost weight and came right back. He didn't have the discipline to keep it off, correct? I mean anything. The risk is still there. Just because you lost weight doesn't mean your heart has magically fixed itself from all the years that you've put it through, all this stuff. Are they going to a heart doctor? Are they getting cardiograms?
How does he know they're not?
You know what I mean? I hope so. Again, it's not my business. Keem is bringing me into his business. I don't care about that. Why do you think he was on the show? Because there was a lot of hype around it. He wanted to promote his stuff. That's why he was on there. 100% shilling, man. It's a shill life. It's interesting.
Interesting.
$2 tip came in.
As he says as he wears money clothes. It's a shill
The podcast
life.
is entertaining. They made more than $20,000 of contributions.
Oh, yeah.
No, and I didn't know that, and no. It's not about making money.
I'm sure they made 20K. I'm sure they did, man. They made so much money. They even said they're going to start a new business. That's how much they made, man.
At all.
They made it.
I get paid $0 from that. 0.0 I will be receiving.
And look at that.
It's not about making money.
0.0.
On the show.
Making no money. I'm not making any
nothing.
money. They made 20,000.
Danny did a super chat. You did fantastic. Thank you, Danny.
Oh, man.
Appreciate that.
0,
With a
man.
Super chat with enough talk shows, we can revive the vest goal. What? So if I keep going on talk shows, I'll keep hitting my vest goals. I'm sure that's what it was about too, right? I wanted to revive the vest goal. There you go. Every stream now, I must hit the vest goal of $150. That was the intention of going there for 5 hours, correct? Right.
I'm at a loss for words here.
August says,
Okay.
I'm not sure that's fair. Keem seemed to handle himself in good faith. I mean, he handled himself in good faith, but he also shilled.
Now,
He did.
again,
Absolutely.
he's
Did he have to bring
squiggling
up that fight
around. He's
too,
like,
too?
oh, well,
No.
he was
Did he
good
have to
for
bring
you.
up, oh, they're losing weight. First time I'm announcing this. It was promotion. It was free promotion for him. And Craig and Adam fell for it. They did. They fell for the trap. 1,000,000%. That's how Keemstar operates.
Oh, he didn't seem to care.
Why didn't I stay for the after podcast? I did. The
Hold
after
on,
podcast was 15
please.
minutes.
Hold on, please. Sounds like a fucking code for bitch, please. Hold on, please. It's like in Resident Evil where they say ninja, please. Ninja. Gotta make sure you hear that part.
So I stayed, and I actually had some more conversation with them. That was not interrogation stuff. It was more fun. So.
Hold on, please.
Kid, I'm not judging Keemstar from one YouTube vid. I'm judging from his entire history and watching some of his drama alert stuff myself. That's what I'm judging.
He wanted to be a part of Drama Alert, by the way.
Did Cat
Keith,
watch
that
it?
be
She
back
told me she watched
tapping.
some of it, not all of it. She watched some of it, and she was disgusted by Keemstar and closed the stream. Did Cat watch it? She told me she watched some of it, not all of it. She watched some of it, and she was disgusted by Keemstar.
Disgusted by
Closed the
Keemstar.
stream.
Okay. Yeah. She saw Keemstar and was like, fuck, I need to look at DSP, the true definition of male performance. Like she just loves the snort stacks, man. Let me tell you, it does something to a woman.
Wow. Jade, there will not be any gaming on this stream. No. There's no time for that, as you can see. As you know, the stream ends at 4 p.m. There is no time for game. Tonight, I'd be down for Like a Dragon Ishin if you guys want.
Oh,
to.
no, he'd be down for it.
Down for just interacting. Maybe we'll do a poll.
Maybe we'll do a poll. This dude. We'll do either one. We're doing Like a Dragon Ishin, okay? We're not doing that. Okay, we'll do a poll.
The gameplay content tomorrow.
Man, his back, man.
Also,
I feel bad for
I didn't do
it.
a level 1 podcast
It's like
today.
non-existent.
This is a long week for me, guys. I'm streaming 7 days this week. Yes,
Whoa.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll try to get as
Okay.
much done before Resident Evil 4 comes out.
And he got nothing done.
Spartanius wants his
Well, he got
he
one
will be
done.
back for part 2. I don't see why he would need to be. He said his piece, right?
Why would he
If
need
wants
to be?
Contact me about doing a podcast and behind the scenes. He will, and that's that. I don't see why he would have to be on a show interviewing me again.
Okay.
PF, yeah, I know. PF says he's asking about the bank leaks and the actual identity theft because we never got into it. You notice that we literally never went into the true
What?
identity theft story. Instead, it was just.
I am massively confused now because they did talk about the bank leaks. They were like, "What about this transaction, this and that, or whatever?" And then he has the bank leaks. They talked about that, and then he did mention the identity theft and all that. So he had the opportunity to talk about it, but if the identity theft had an actual story to it, why not just tell us then? Okay. Like I love that he has all these cards that he could display for us, but he just won't. So okay,
The
cool.
bank leaks, but not address what really happened. Maybe that'll be part 2. Maybe part 2, they'll ask questions and I'll be able to tell more my side of stuff rather than just directly answering questions. I don't know. We never got to a lot of stuff, quite frankly.
This is kind of stupid. He could do it himself. No, he needs
Green Goblin, I'm not asking them for any
other
percentage
people to
donations
do it.
whatsoever. I refuse. Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, how's it back there? Greasy?
Hooey.
Boy, there's been a lot of grease.
2 out. It's not going to be, they want to do their own show, man. They just had
We're just
2
gonna
weeks
skip
of
ahead.
drama
That
around
was a
the
lot of dead
week.
air.
They
A
had
lot of
Microsoft
dead air.
announced.
Holy shit!
They're not
I'm
doing
thinking about it
anytime
now.
soon. They
It
want me
was
back.
a
I'm gonna
lot.
go back, but I'm not going back in next week, next month. It's going to probably be like,
Holy shit!
April, May, June-ish at the earliest. You got to give it,
Ish.
give it
Man.
some time. You see what I'm saying?
Man, what's going on with him?
Oh, let's see here.
Let's see here.
I received a $5 tip.
$5 tip. $5 foot long.
I mean it. I'm impressed with your performance when you openly talk about mobile game addiction. Here we go again.
Here we
I'm
go
really
again.
keeping up with you now. I've thought negatively about you for a while. Today you stood your ground as a man that took balls.
Oh my god! And it's a fucking meme.
Hope you with your performance when you openly talk about mobile game addiction. Here we go again. I'm genuinely interested in keeping up with you now. I've thought negatively about you for a while. Today you stood your ground as a man that took balls. Hope nothing.
You're giving a dude who's addicted money. Do you think about that, dumbass? He's like, oh, I hope you talk about your addiction, man. You have to get over it, man. Here's some money. Okay.
Nothing but the best for you. Hope you'll play Elden Ring DLC. I will be playing Elden Ring.
This
DLC.
dude is-
I'll give you another tip.
This tip is a fucking
Again,
idiot.
Um,
He's trolling. I hope he's trolling for his sake.
I said this on the show. I mean, I used to.
I know you're an addict,
to
Phil.
mobile
Here's
games.
some
I
money,
admitted-
man.
I admitted that I used to have addiction, but it wasn't the games people say today. It's the other games that I used to play.
But you
You
still
know?
play it though. Okay.
Why do they say you have delusions of grandeur when you brought up being the most prolific content creator when you literally are? Because Adam doesn't know that. He didn't do the research. He doesn't know that. He actually doesn't know that I put out that many videos. Just look.
It's dilute. Oh my god. I don't want to go back to the context of it because I feel like it was a little bit more than that, but it's like it's still kind of delusion of grandeur to brag about us uploading videos. Anyone could upload videos. It's not that impressive.
Darkside Phil has like 10,000. My vlogging channel has like 20,000.
It's delusion of grandeur. How much he thinks prestige it gets him. That's the delusion.
But they don't know that.
But it's actually illusions of grandeur, or grandeur, I should say, like the guy, the valedictorian.
What you mean, Felix the Maid? Are you official guest of Side Scrollers? I don't know what that means. I was on the show. Am I official?
Whatever.
I guess I was officially on the show. No.
He mentioned being
I wasn't a standard guest. Me being on the show was a different kind of guest.
But
right?
it didn't happen. Okay, another awkward silence. And then George Michael realized because of his internal clock that this many seconds is too long. So then he said this.
Or, let's see here. Your mental state around the incident humanizes you.
What?
Jeff says, I think when you talk about these things like your struggle with addiction or, let's see.
Did he ban Jeff? I thought he banned Jeff.
Here, your mental state around the incident humanizes you.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
Right? Oh, he tipped. That's probably what it is.
Wiggle did a super chat. You're losing money from your show like Wings did with Woody and Kyle from Painkiller already. You skipped out on your own personal camping trip. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Purple Pickle, for the super chat.
Purple Pickle's funny for now, but once he gets personal, that's when he's not funny anymore.
It's so easy just to go straight to the source and watch.
Once we get Purple Pickle saying a joke about Cat having a restraining order, that's when he's gonna be kicked off.
Streams. Here we are.
Yeah, he's making a joke about this.
Streams,
oh yeah.
Right? You see the content, correct?
You see the content. You see the content. It's pretty good, man.
Am I gonna get am I going to buy a Beat the Dragon T-shirt? They mentioned it. Was that the slogan they used?
Is that the slogan?
I don't remember if that's what they used.
No, I don't know, man. Interesting.
Adam says he doesn't trust me when my internet's off. That's fine. He doesn't have to trust me.
He doesn't have to trust me, man. He doesn't have to believe me. But why didn't he believe me?
Everyone has the subjective ability to make judgments for themselves. And
why didn't he believe me? He cannot. He doesn't have to. But why?
Simon did a super chat. I like your responses to Keemstar. Well, I'm glad you like.
What? That's why? No, it's stupid. He's wrong.
Someone who
idiot.
Literally comes out of nowhere, tries to blindside me, and
we're still talking about Keem.
Promoting his own stuff while also trying to make himself look. No, you didn't. You never did. You literally ignored my messages.
Okay, we're skipping ahead. We've heard this point so many times. We don't need to hear about how Keem ignores points.
My mind, almost as if the truth is underwhelming with drama. It is.
What?
I don't know what you mean. In life is usually very.
What stupidity did I read?
It blows my mind, almost as if the truth is underwhelming with drama. It is.
The truth is underwhelming with drama?
The truth in life is usually very, very underwhelming.
Okay.
You know?
Alright. Sure.
Louis says you had so many internet problems, I believe it. What do you mean by that?
He had whatever.
I don't know what you mean by that, literally.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that either, dumbass.
Anymore? No, I love seltzer. I'm going to continue to belch every day. Do I think Keem got confused about time zones? I don't think Keem cared. I think Keem... Can I not drink seltzer on stream anymore? No, I love seltzer. I'm going to continue to belch every day.
Okay, here we go.
Do I think Keem got confused about time zones? I don't think Keem cared.
I don't think Keem cared. The question said, did he get confused with time zones? Because guess what? You're in two different coasts. And then he's like, I don't think he cared, man. DSP, did you give him his time? Excuse me, the time you're free in his time zone, or did you tell him your time zone? Like, because 7 o'clock his time is like 10 o'clock my time. Pretty much. Like, come on.
I think Keem feels like he controls every situation in his life, and therefore if Keem calls, I should just answer. No, If I'm doing my daily live stream, I will not.
You
just
see how
answer
he
the phone and
avoids
go
the
about what I'm
question?
streaming
He
today.
didn't even specify if he gave him the proper times on the time zone. He didn't even say that. So we don't know if he did or didn't give him the proper time in his time zone.
This is an important call. No, I'm working.
I'm working. Sorry.
My work is my work. You guys are my priority when I'm on a stream. Not anything else around me unless the house is burning, my wife needs my help, or, you know, the cops are outside. You guys are what I'm doing, man. Not them. Not him. For sure not him.
Oh, he's definitely not doing him, you know what I mean? Definitely not.
Mango Jewel Pods, come on.
Mango,
You've
shut
already
up.
been saying negative things about me for weeks. Now you're going to try to pile on. Come on, dude.
I banned you
Stop it.
1,000 times, so
If
like...
you really don't like me, just leave. Don't sit
Just
here
leave,
and say
man.
negative stuff, man.
What?
I mean,
Why doesn't he ban him? He's saying negative stuff. Ban him. No, because he wants to still like drain his little quarters. He's waiting for the day Mango's gonna come back, dripping little quarters, so he can milk him. Because he's not through with him yet. He's still ripe with money. Ripe for the squeeze.
I managed not to belch the whole interview. No, I muted it. When they're using a streaming program that your controls are giant buttons in front of you. So when I felt like I had to
Oh,
burp,
see, that's the problem. Okay, I get it. Phil, I get it. OBS does have small little icons. Like, they do expect you to have, like, normal eyes and, like, the computer next to you. So I get it now. Yeah, because he has to look so far away, and the buttons are very small. So I get it.
I muted the mic and then burped and then came back.
I'm sure there's accessibility that you can enlarge the icons and all that, but
I'm like, right now,
we're not
if I
talking
was
about
gonna
that.
burp, I could go, okay.
wait.
But if I'm gaming over here, I can't go do that.
Why doesn't he just do that for the pre-stream podcast then? Why not do it for the podcast? No, but he can't do it in gaming because he can't do this. Maybe you should just change your setup a little bit. No, I can't do that. That's dumb.
And that's what most of the time when I'm burping or whatever, right? I'm doing it when I'm playing a game. You see what I'm saying?
But you burp a lot in your pre-stream podcast, and you also like throw clear into the mic, you snort into the mic, you kiss the mic, you do all this stuff into the mic that you could mute, and you don't during the podcast because he doesn't do half the stuff he does in the pre-stream in the actual gaming stream. That's how fucking annoying it is. But he won't change it because it's too expensive. They do have to be very specific. You have to say, well, then can you mute when you're doing the podcast pre-stream? Level 1? Or whatever the fuck. Like, you have to literally talk to DSP like he's a baby.
Double J did a super chat. Why don't you steal Keem's idea, create an exclusive podcast without him? Why didn't Keem delegate the task of contacting you to his team? I outright, again, I would do
I'm open to it, man. Okay, but why don't you reach out? I'm open to it. Okay.
something with Boogie and Wings.
That's not really an
Oh,
answer.
Double J was your name, by the way? I think. Thank you for the super chat. I would do something with Boogie and Wings, for sure. And the three of us could work it out together. We don't need Keem. I don't even know
Then why don't you do it?
is for Keem.
You
I
can't
don't
just say I'm
understand.
open to it and not
Just
do
us
it.
Doing a podcast on YouTube ourselves would be successful. Why do we need him involved? Why is he going to take a cut? I don't think there's enough value added there at all for him to be involved. Seriously. And you're absolutely right. If Keem was serious, why couldn't he have other people reach out or whatever? It was ridiculous the way he expressed
Okay.
in my life. He's
And
like, you know,
enough
not a
with the
big deal.
Keem drama. Is the whole part of this Keem? Like, I love how the dude who's like, he makes all of that himself, man, has a whole, like, talked more about Keem than Keem.
I got $1 tip.
He makes the meme true, man.
Sell the fappening merch. No, I'm not. I already explained. It was a depressing time in my life, has negative associations. I don't like talking about it. My wife doesn't want to hear about it.
Man,
Move past it.
imagine fapping because you're depressed. Oh, god damn, I'm so sad. Man. Holy man.
I have no feud with Keem. I don't. I don't care about the man.
I don't have feud.
I do not care about the
Okay.
man. I don't know why you keep bringing him up. Could you guys, like, not mention him anymore?
Man, his man. He's a terrible person. Blood buddy. He's a misery broker. I don't have a feud with him. I'm cool with him, man. But he doesn't know how to read time.
I don't care about the man. I don't want to talk about him for the rest of the show.
And we are. We are talking about him. Why don't you ignore the posts that mention him then?
Michael Cortez is a podcast with Ewing's Boogie and Review Tech. Why do we need Review Tech?
Oh my god. And now he's shitting on
I don't
Review
think he
Tech, a
has
dude he
any-
later fucking apologizes
If
to.
you're being honest.
And then
Well, I
unapologized.
think it went extremely well.
Ugh.
All right. Do we have any moderators? King Gokin, you're here, correct? King Gokin,
King
has
Gokin,
a
you're
unique
here, correct?
situation here. He's one of my moderators. I'm curious, what did you think?
Damn,
King
even
Gokin? Did you
King
watch the
Gokin
show,
wants
and
the
what did you think
screenshot,
of
but
it, or
too
did you
bad,
not
King
see it?
Gokin. It's not gonna happen, dumbass. Keep giving Phil money. Keep modding for Phil. Keep defending Phil. You three would be getting a guarantee 50k. Bad. How? Because Keem would control me. He would he would like make me a puppet. I was gonna do a very lame puppet
We did it a long
joke,
time ago.
and I pulled out. You know where it was going.
King Gokin is not responding. Are there delay on the stream today? It seems like there's
Okay,
delay.
let's fucking
I'll check it
skip
later.
this. Check it later.
Craig warned me of such. I told him
Oh my god.
my time was their time, you know? Niana says, I thought it was mostly fair
Wait.
going long. Absolutely, I knew it was going long.
Wait a second.
Craig warned me of such.
I heard a
told him
name.
My time was their time, you know? Niana says, I thought it was
Leanna?
mostly fair. Keemstar showing up was very dumb.
Very
I don't think they'll
dumb
have you as a regular guest because they think
and
you're lying. There
stupid.
you go.
There we go.
And King Gokin says, send them the screenshot.
Send them the
Target says, there is a
screenshot.
delay right now.
Send them the
I wonder
screenshot,
what happened.
Phil.
Maybe I didn't click the button
No,
that
King
says,
Gokin. Now
you know,
shut up and
delay or
mod.
whatever.
For free.
Oh, hold on.
Bleh.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, man.
Void did a super chat. You three would be getting a guaranteed 50k. Bad how? Void, I already answered the question. Why are you asking me the same question?
I already answered the question.
Right?
He did, actually.
Why are you asking me the same question?
And he's asking again. Because he wants to bait DSP to talk more about Keem. He's gonna say it anyway. He's gonna answer it anyway. He's buffering. He's buffering.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I guess not.
Mr. Oink says, I don't see how screenshots would affect anything.
Oh my
10
god,
out of
we're
10
back to
would not talk
this!
Turn game versus long-term impact. All right? It's dual thing going on. Thing number one, doing business with someone who I don't like.
And we're still answering
and
Keem.
people
Might
would only come for that. Imagine this. Imagine if I do this lol cow cast, correct?
Well, cow
It blows
cast.
up in popularity. It gets tons of attention, makes
Okay.
money. I make a lot of money. Now, my streams double to triple in viewership.
Okay.
But literally everyone here is a troll. Ha ha, you're a lol cow. Ha ha. Troll, 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 troll. Immediately, we lose what we have. We lose the interactivity. We lose the meaningful nature of my stream.
But the meaningful nature would be you talking to two other people. Like, that show would just be you talking to your co-hosts, though. Whatever.
Because I put
And he thinks that his chat doesn't do that currently.
myself out there as a lol cow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could...
I think
completely
I think he's kind of low-key afraid he's gonna get the meme Wings detractors. If he does anything with Wings, it might lure the Wings detractors to him, and he doesn't want that. Obviously, you know what I mean?
change the way that people perceive who I am and what I do. Right now, everyone makes fun of me as a laughing stock of the internet. That's fine, but I do have dedicated fans. I don't want to ruin that. for my
Ruin.
fans. I don't want to ruin what we have right now. I worked 15 years to have this. Why should I throw that all out for short-term personal gain? That doesn't seem to make much sense to me. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if there were 2,000 people in this chat right now all talking with troll messages? How the hell do I even do a show?
But you have 24 hours
Right?
follow mode, and then you have
Is
mods.
Do you guys understand that line of reasoning?
You understand?
That I'm saying here?
You understand
No,
that?
Chris, I had zero clue that Keemstar was going to appear on the show. Zero.
Zero. Loves emphasizing the Z and the row.
Yes, Big Papa Phil, it was supposed to be called the Lol Cow Podcast or something to that effect. It was supposed to be an insulting name on purpose so that people would watch it.
Like
That's
Level
exactly
1
what the premise
podcast.
of the
Just
show
like
was.
that, right? Because it's owning the meme. But you can't use that same logic on Lolcat podcast. It's too negative, too toxic.
So, Voices, I think you're right about selling stuff off. Selling off. I can't read it. It went off the screen.
Dude, it went off
Well,
the
Green
screen.
Goblin, I don't really
You
care about
can't
the
scroll up,
details personal issues.
bitch.
So, Voices, I think you're right about selling stuff off. Selling.
Where's Savoy? What did he say? What did he say? It scrolled up. I was just saying Craig's idea about sponsors not necessary being shilling is a good point. Oh, so he's saying like shilling can be good.
So voices, I think you're right about selling stuff off. Selling off. I can't read it. It went off the screen.
Oh well.
Green Goblin, I don't really care about review text personal issues. I don't know why you even bring that up on my stream. What does that have to do with me?
Dude. I don't care about his personal issues. Oh, he has personal issues. I am so sorry, Mr. Rich Review Tech. Sir, I'm so sorry. No more beef, sir. But this is his first reaction to it. This fucking dude, man.
I'm not review tech, nor do I care about his issues.
Nor do I care. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Great response.
When did I last have pizza? I think my wife and I made
Pizza.
oven pizzas the other night, like last week, some point. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why you're asking me that.
Why are you asking me that? Huh? Why?
Very pertinent question.
Very pertinent. Oh, let me... Okay.
We'll see. I wonder if the hoopla will have died down for tonight's. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. But Savoy, what do you mean? What was his idea? His point was just if you're with
What
Keem,
do you
he'll get
mean?
you sponsors or whatever. For
What
the
do you
show.
mean?
It wasn't like, oh, he can get you sponsors for your stuff. It was only for his show. Do you see?
You're afraid of anime boobs, bro? Now? Prove that you're saying something stupid. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say he's saying something stupid. Say it.
Whatever you give me more respect for you, thank you.
Say it. Say it. Come on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You see purple pickle. You see it.
Phil, fair play would have been easy to quit when he joined. I could have backed out at any moment. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna again? I have been through it all. I am not a.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I won't know if he said that. I'm not gonna bother. That whole segment pissed me off, deep down, in my mind. In my mind. That's another fun way he said
A
it.
dollar tip. Someone talking about being real and snorting. Are you crazy? Now,
Being-
can I ask you guys an honest question?
Being real. Hold up. I got a perfect thing. Wait.
Can I really? And I know it's gonna take a while to get answers. All right. I've been making content for 15 years. Correct?
Oh
I
my
have been,
god.
right?
And he was like, no one cared about the
I've
snorting.
always had post-nasal drip. Since day one. The first couple videos I put out, I was sick. I was snorting. Post-nasal drip does not go away. It gets better or worse depending on weather, humidity,
It's the meme.
other factors.
It's
It just
the
so happened
fucking
today I didn't have
meme.
it. I thought I might have had it. 'Cause I
That
read the-
magically, the stars aligned. That the interview, like the time he had that Twitch special event going on, and the bounty board moments, all those moments where he doesn't have any snorts anymore, all of that were just magic days where it didn't affect him at all. But otherwise, it happens every day. So maybe it happens on his days off then. What? Wow, this post-nasal drip is very convenient, very considerate of DSP's personal time, I guess.
and I thought my body would react badly. So, what is the big deal about this? The post-nasal drip, the snorting. That's like making fun of someone because it's something they can't help.
What's the deal, man? I'm only just like lean to the mic and doing this. You're telling me you don't like? Wow, I can't believe it. You wouldn't like that? Wow, you guys are fucking sensitive, man.
Right? Right?
Right? Correct?
I don't get it.
I don't
If
get
someone can
it.
Explain to me how
I'm snorting into
awful
the
this thing is,
mic.
you know what I'm saying? Big Purple Pickle did a super chat. You're afraid of anime boobs. Yes, I'm terrified.
Oh,
Viking
there we
says, I saw
go.
the interview. I would say they really tried to help you out. Big ups to you for doing it. Keem is not the best person.
He
but, you know,
did
it
say
could maybe help
it
you.
was kind of stupid
All
in
right,
a
thank you for that.
DSP way.
See here?
Yes, I'm terribly afraid. Then why do you get mad, man?
Lane Litwick says, what's the difference if everyone already labels you a lolcat?
Isn't that risky?
Because there's a difference in how you portray yourself on the internet. I put out
in my
legit
mind,
content, in my opinion. All right, I'm not putting out. If you look at this stream right now, what on this stream besides me putting on a hat and a vest, which doesn't matter, it's just still me.
Doesn't matter.
What exactly is lol college? What we're doing right now? Am I freaking out?
The way you talk,
once in a while, I do
dude.
something stupid over the top.
And the way you act.
You can say that's lol college, but for the most part, if you look at my content today, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, you say it's lol
If
college.
I do a lol cow cast, you're literally.
This is literally being a lolcow. You're literally trying to qualify what classifies a lolcow right now, buddy.
Hating that environment. Everyone will just say, well, he's on the cast, you know, and that's it. Now you're the joke, right? That celebrity. The reason that Boogie and Wings are doing that boxing match. Can we be honest about this? They are desperate.
Oh my god, we're still talking about. Oh my god.
Degrade myself. You can discern game versus. But what's the point of doing that if then it's ruined? Every time I go to Phil's streams, it's a day. You see? That's my take on it. Bruce.
Jesus.
DLX did a super chat. I think the meaningful stuff for you guys is way more important than a quick payday. You see? That's my take on it. Bruce. DLX did a super chat. I think King's narcissistic. He did make a good point. The fact you make well above the average American, but you still ask your audience for more fuels your current detractors more than anything. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's really sad they're doing this. This is totally a laugh at two fat guys trying to fuck each other up. All it will do for them is seal the deal on them being laughing stocks. Oh my god, are we in fucking a sitcom? They're making fun of them being fat, man. Like, whatever. Okay.
Void did a super chat. I respect your reasons for holding up morals. We really need it.
They've always said no.
You're not thinking. Okay.
They're not being forced to
thinking.
do it. It's not,
thinking.
you know, come on.
There's a lot of thinking going on, for sure. King Goken, I disagree. He says, I don't think your fans would leave. I think they would. I think what's happened is
What?
King Goken, I disagree. He says, I don't think your fans would leave. I think they would. I think what's happened is we've now,
I don't get
over
the
the last several years,
context.
we've created a community here on DSP Gaming. And now we're growing a new community over on DSP.
So if he grows this community, they're gonna leave.
And this is a community that is the reason I do this. As I said on the show, and I've said this to you guys many times, I love what I do. You know, Craig says,
Then why
not
did you
just
do the
quit?
interview?
I don't quit. You want me to quit doing what I love because of these people on the internet being disgusting to me? What? Quit? No, I'm not going to quit.
Did you tell that to your mom?
Continue. I'm going to persevere.
He says all this, but what did he tell his mom? What did he tell his mom again?
Proceed past this nonsense.
Excuse me.
See?
Sorry, I forgot to mute my mic, man.
I love it too much. So if it means
it's very
successful,
hard.
At what means? By getting paid by Keemstar, now everything's ruined. No,
No,
that's not success. That's changing and being.
But I did
that's
close
like
my mouth.
I'm General Electric. I am a company that makes electronics, ovens, and things. Well, we failed. I'm gonna become a finance company now.
He keeps bringing this up all the time, and it's just dumb coming from him because he changed his business model. And he says it's a good thing, but other companies do it. That's dumb. DSP, you used to make like videos that were like, you're an isolation booth, man. And then you became an interactive streamer. You changed. Isn't that? But you say it's a good thing, but when other people do it, it's bad. Okay, make it make sense, buddy.
Do you want to see DSP Finance? We could do that. You want to do DSP Finance?
Oh, it's
Probably
like
a bad idea.
it has to be completely irrelevant to what he's doing. That's the difference.
Have me handle other people's money when I can't handle my own well. But I'm just saying. You see the point I'm making here? A lot of people have issues.
So you
with that.
agree? You can't handle
Why
your
would
money?
you change
Okay,
that?
I
would
agree.
Essentially, mean I'm changing my entire business model to being something different. I don't want to be someone different. I like who I am. And I would be more successful if people would just leave me alone. But as Adam said,
But he says this, but he tells us every day he's successful, though. So, you know.
will not. You're right. So it's either I move forward positively, I ignore the nonsense around me, and I just keep striving to be better personally for myself, or I give up. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be push forward or give up? Quasi did a super chat. You're on your best behavior because all trolls are watching. Never had donos and views like this. Be real. What are you talking about? You think
what are you talking about?
700 views is the most views I've ever had? Really? You think?
Really?
You think I've never exceeded a vesticle? Like
a
tell
vesticle?
someone who doesn't watch the stuff.
You think I had never exceeded this? Wow.
Thank you, Quasi, for the super
Well, I
chat.
mean, it's been a while, DSP.
I'll still put you on the leaderboard.
If you look at your fucking income,
there you go.
if you watch your fucking streams.
No, what's funny is maybe Quasi is a first-time viewer for real. Maybe he only watches the detractor stuff. He's like, oh, you're just being nice now because, you know, all the eyes are on you. Actually, no, this is a normal stream for me. This is actually exactly what it's like on a regular stream. Just that that's not what they portray.
No, idiot.
I received another tip.
I would like to see him say that when he had $0 in tips and he's at the end of it and no one's tipping.
Roll.
And everyone's like,
interrogation. They're not your friends. You don't need to
saying
show
they had
shit to
good
anyone
points.
or any explanations. They do not pay your bills. Cheers, mate.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
They don't pay your bills. Wait, who doesn't pay their bills?
I wouldn't go to another interrogation. They're not your friends. You don't need to show shit to anyone or any explanations. They do not pay your bills. Cheers, mate.
Oh,
thank you.
Okay, so they have to pay his bills for him to come back.
There you go.
That's the next. That's the new deal.
So many different opinions.
Pay my bills, then I'll come
many
back.
different opinions right now.
So many different opinions.
I welcome this input.
I love that he said this about the people who are telling him that he was a victim. Every single post. If you just scroll through this, every time he's told, Phil, they were being mean to you and they bullied you or whatever. He's like, I like this opinions. I love the discourse. It's so different. I love it. I love it. But then when it says this, Adam had a point. DSP. Adam had a point. Yeah, you know, he has a point. He doesn't have to believe me, man.
Johnny 5 from the Short Circuit movies, I Am Alive.
Oh my god. Fuck this movie. I hate this movie is Harry Potter level of toxicity that oh my god. This is a good face. DSP is like implanting in me. Every fucking time he has said this, I'm like this guy from this movie makes me want to fucking like kill robots. God damn it. I hate this movie. That movie, I hope gets removed from every device, every streaming platform. It's never printed again. You can never buy it. It's removed, deplatformed, it's gone, and you're like, oh fuck, I can't watch it. What are we gonna do? And then all the pirate websites that have it, they all lose the file. All at once. They all lose it. Inexplicably. They lose the file to this fucking movie. And DSP somehow forgets it. Because I'm tired. I like this. I'm alive. I need it, but this makes me go so toxic. Fuck that guy. Fuck that movie. Whoever made it, you know, I hope you never make it again or think about it or whatever. I hope it never made you successful. But another movie did that was good. Not that one.
Your input. Thank you.
It gave this dude a dumbass fucking motto. I hate that movie.
Benjamin says, no offense
Hate
to you
it.
personally, I disagree with Keemstar.
Hate it.
$1 market for a podcast between Me Wings and Boogie talking about games. I agree. Here's what would happen.
Oh my god, we're still
still
talking about Keem!
We're insulting each other. We're pulling stunts. You know, when drama happens, would anyone care?
Wait.
We're talking about games. I agree. Here's
No,
what would
I'm
happen.
curious.
Every time that podcast gets serious, no one cares. Only when
Oh.
drama happens would anyone care. And I am not Mr. Drama.
But
You know, it would have to be we go on there, we're insulting each other.
But they
we're
said
doing
it's.
stunts.
I love that Keem openly stated it's just a podcast where you talk about games and shit. And he's like, well, it's gonna be about drama. Like, when did that happen? You know what I mean?
That's not who I am. If it's a serious, I'd have earplugs in.
Hey, what?
Talking about games, who the hell's gonna listen to that? I probably wouldn't listen to it, and I'd be on the show. I'd have earplugs in. You know? I don't think there's a market there for that at all. I agree with you there. I think the popularity of the show would be based upon us being lolcows and doing lolcow actions, correct?
Lolcow
so
things.
What happened is after one
it's
week,
like.
it would be all right, guys.
Oh man, I think of that
so
Boondocks
here you go.
episode
Here's
of
all
like
the shit
Hood
we
Rat
got, all the
things.
stunts we got to pull at
Is that
personal
what he
risk
says?
and all this stuff.
So that weird
No.
kid that like is like a demon or a monster. I don't
Marco's
know.
Best says I would go for a part 2 interview. They need to ease up a little. Adam had a lot of passive aggressiveness. There you go.
There you
Tyler
go.
enjoyed the interview.
Oh, I
I'm
like
glad to
this.
hear
This is
that.
a good discourse.
Mr. Oink says, do you feel like they were ganging up on you and it so happens a wild Keemstar appeared? I don't feel like they were. Again, that was the premise of the show. Do you not understand what the premise
Do you
of
not
the
understand?
show was?
I love that he's like shitting on his own viewers for saying that, and then later on just kind of goes with it. Like, but this is the guy that they like. They like this guy.
That was what the show was supposed
I
to
see
be.
it.
That wasn't like, oh, I agreed to go on.
I
their
love being
show.
told, like, you don't understand. And
all
then
of a sudden,
later,
out of
the
blue,
dude, like,
they're
is like,
asking
yeah,
these
they
questions. That was what
betrayed
the
me,
show was.
man.
That was, you know,
Like,
the
he
whole
spends
idea.
multiple
It was
days
not that
crying
Phil was a
about
standard
it.
guest
It's wild.
at all.
It's wild. At all, man.
Right? I got a $5.77 tip. I'm a long-time detractor. I don't believe a lot of the things you said in the interview, but Keemstar is a snake. What you witnessed tonight was a
Oh my
classic
god, I'm a
ambush
long-time detractor. Here's some money, Phil. I hate you so much. Here's some money. It's like me fucking giving money to fucking Harry Potter and that robot movie. God damn.
tactic. He turns
Stupid.
up to an opening of an
Wait.
77-cent test. Tip.
Oh, he did give a tip. So he gave
I'm a
him
long-time
money.
Detractor. I don't believe a lot of the things you said in the interview, but Keemstar is a snake. What you witnessed tonight was a classic ambush tactic. He turns up to an opening of an envelope, and streamers will always give him a pass because the perceived clout he has. Under the circumstances, you handled him well, and ignoring him is by far the best option. Exactly.
He
Well,
could have
what
just
I-
said
that's
no.
Pretty much what I feel.
I mean,
Again, he
it would be
really
wild though because
emphasized
they
the
did
contract
kind
at
of
the
sound like
beginning.
they were gonna insist on it, but
Honestly.
he could have said
You
no,
wanna
and
know why?
he could have memed it too. He could have said no, I don't want him on. They're like, no, man, we should bring him on. You know, yeah, this. He could have just been like, no, man, like, hey, man, you know, it sounds like you have no more questions. You want me to leave? You could have had some fun, but no.
Keemstar appeared on
I
the
wouldn't trust
podcast
these
for
people
two
having
reasons.
fun,
The
to
first
be
reason
honest.
is because
He wouldn't know what to
he
do.
wanted to promote his fight between Wiggs and Boogie.
Okay, we're still talking about
When you're an
Keem.
egomaniac, and everything is about you.
An egomaniac. You, man.
Then, literally, when someone doesn't
Says the dude that got mad that he showed up in the first place, but
go
whatever.
along with you and what you're expecting them to do, like drop everything to talk to him, oh my God, that's a slight. So now he's like, well, how can I exert my going down really badly? And I don't snort, I will cough.
Wait.
Snorting is disrespectful to viewers and easily with his actions on that show. There's more to my last podcast show and dump a bunch of stuff, right? He proved it with his actions on that show.
Okay. I thought it had to do with the.
There's more to my last question than snorting, and you know it. Actually, I just saw the snorting. And snorting is disrespectful to viewers and easily avoidable. It is not easily avoidable at all.
It's not easily avoidable. I can't mute the mic, and when I'm doing a podcast, idiot.
If I have post-nasal drip going down really badly, and I don't snort, I will cough.
So, I guess it depends on how bad the cough is, right? Because there could be a really bad cough, sure, but he could. If he knows he has really bad and he's gonna cough, he could mute if he can anticipate it. But whatever.
Repeatedly. And when it's bad, it will drip down my throat non-stop. And if I don't snort, all you will hear is me coughing the entire stream. You don't have it, so you cannot tell me otherwise. I received enough likes for a second tonight, all right, for another stream. Maybe I'll put a poll up.
Maybe we'll put a poll up
on the channel page. Craig and Adam were gaming. I don't know. A lot of people in here, I don't know. Do you feel there's a subset of people who are trying to gaslight you? Being over.
Oh my God! Do you think people are gaslighting you? He gaslights everyone. It's a gaslight. Like it's so much gas going on.
You and critical of the advice Craig and Adam were giving. I don't know. A lot of people in here, I don't know. I don't know what that means.
What?
A lot of people in here saying they're agreeing with them. I don't see that.
What?
Again, and I disagree. I think that the show was fine. If I'm the games, a lot of people in here saying they're agreeing with the.
Don't you think they gaslit you?
Agreeing
But
with
then
I
they
don't see
agreed with
that.
me. I don't see that.
Again, and I disagree. I think that
I
the show was
disagree.
fine.
The show is fine. Okay.
You can formulate your opinions however you guys want. I thought it was good.
You thought it was
I
good.
thought that's what I was going for, you know?
He thought it was good until he found out that
Interviews
they said
already up
mean
to
stuff,
watch.
dude.
They made it live. It's an archive. There you go. You can go watch it right now on Side Scrollers. Check out some of it.
Like it's so odd. To me, I think he was waiting for them to say something negative, so he said all this
No, we're not
positive
doing
stuff
Wolong.
intentionally,
We're not
like
doing
in
that shit.
case.
No, we're not doing Wolong.
As I said before.
And if anything,
Because he's done it
the next
before.
meeting
He's done it
time
so
since
many
tomorrow will be
times.
Hogwarts. We have to try to finish Hogwarts. We're like 2 streams away from finishing Hogwarts. We gotta finish Hogwarts.
Gotta
Get
finish
out of the way so we
Hogwarts.
move on to other stuff.
Stop watching Hogwarts.
Here's another tip. Wow, you guys are being amazing. $20 from Swaggo
Whoa,
Nito.
Swags.
The interview. I think you're correct. A podcast with Boogie and Wings would not be successful without silly lolcow crap. Keemstar was being very disingenuous as usual. Brave for you for doing that.
Hooray.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you very much.
Hooray.
Swaggo Nito. one's saying there wouldn't be. I'm just saying it wouldn't be $1 million show like Keem is trying to.
Oh my god, we're still talking about fucking Keem? Okay, we're gonna skip ahead. If he says Keem one more fucking time, if he's gonna talk about Keem here.
Okay, that's my goal.
Bringing him up again. Bring him up again. Say it.
He'll see me alcohol. Oh. Mr. Wang says, can we all hop in a Zoom meeting? No. Scallop Potato says, Ishin is pretty long of a game. Make some progress. The stream and the podcast, right? Okay.
Come on, bring him up again. Say his
Streams are
name.
Backlog. Make progress on Ishin. Here's the thing, Scallop Potatoes. Maybe bring in time. Is in favor of 2 hours with decompression.
Say his name.
Did I taste the gin the Dutch brothers have sent me? I did not.
You gotta give him money.
Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix did a $10 tip. I love the fact that the detractors want answers. They go to the interview without derailing the stream, and the Street Fighter Duel looks like an interesting game, especially with the Monster Hunter Universe crossover.
The Street Fighter game
I
looks
don't
like
think it's
shit.
respectful to call the potential podcast a lolcow podcast.
Whatever. Fuck this. I'm done. I'm done. Fuck this. Fuck this shit.
Time to skedaddle on out of here.